What's up, everybody, and welcome to the XP Podcast, episode 11 for Tuesday, March 17th. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Mike Z, also known as Gamers Erectus. Joining me, my co-host, the man on the other side, the paddler to my swimmer, the Birdman himself, Logan B. What's up, man? I didn't know what to go with there.
Dude, that was beautiful.
Thank
I
you,
love it.
thank you.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? Kind of been on a roll, beating a lot of games, a lot more than I have in the last few years. So I've just been knocking things out. So I'm
I
ready to get into it and talk about it.
I would like to take some credit from that because I used to give you so much shit about not beating games that I feel like I've pushed you to want to beat games more, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, it was a big reason why I was like in college. I just didn't have the time, so I mostly focused on playing, Call of Duty stuff like that. Because you don't really have to beat those games. You just play it, and then if you stop playing, you don't feel bad about it. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about some which we'll be getting to the topic today. Actually, it's perfect.
Yep,
So
yep, yep. All right, well, as always, before we get into the show, we like to start off with a random question. This week's question, Logan, what was the first game you
yep,
ever remember playing?
it's between two different games. I'm pretty sure the first ever video game I ever played was Red Fraction #1
Red
on
F-
the PS2,
Red
I
Faction?
believe. Yep,
Not Fraction. It's not a math
not Fraction.
problem.
I said Red Faction.
You
I
said
don't know if it's
Fraction.
not like I don't know. Maybe I did,
Yeah.
but still, Red Faction is the first one, or it's either that or it's Crash Bandicoot. So that's gonna be one of those two.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot is. Wait, which Crash Bandicoot? Like the OG one?
OG #1. Yeah.
Well, because, what, do you have a PS2 and a PS1? Because Red
Mhm.
Faction came out on PS2, yeah.
Yeah. But I think we also had the Well, remember you could play PS1 games on the PS2. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, I know. But I just,
Back in the day when they actually used to have backwards compatibility.
yeah,
Good times.
way back in the day.
Yeah,
So,
but I played Crash Bandicoot in that. I mean, I wasn't good at it because, I was new to games, so I pretty much lost a lot. But it was fun.
the first game I ever played, I was a wee little lad in 1996 in my parents' basement shortly after Christmas. I got a gift that would change my life forever. First game I ever remember playing was, I forgot what year it was. The game. It's probably, I mean, obviously I know what year I played it, but Madden on the PS1.
Really?
It was like one of the first ones, or maybe it was one of the 2K ones. I don't fully remember. Maybe it was Madden 98. I don't know. No, it would have been that. Whatever. It was one of those. Either that or Crash. Because I mean, I know I got them all at the same. I got like 5 games that year for Christmas when my parents got me it. Because yeah, PlayStation came out in 1995 in America, 94 obviously in Japan, and I told my parents, I was like, I can't live without this thing. And little did they know that for the next 25 years of my life, I wasn't gonna leave the sofa. Um, but yeah, it's actually kind of surprising. I forgot that your first console was a PlayStation console.
Yeah,
You're
first
just,
one. And then I
you're
was
just,
randomly, because at that time period, because the beautiful time period of as I would call it, the video game unknown, where literally I didn't know what first day releases was back in the day. It was like I would go to the store and there'd be games on the shelves, and I'd be like, "Oh, that looks cool."
yeah.
So like I got the original Xbox too, but it was like way down the line. And the first game I played on that was, I believe, Tony Hawk Underground, I believe, was the first game I played on the Xbox. Um, and that was just a weird experience because I remember the Duke controller and how huge it was, and just being so weird holding that controller. I mean, I have big hands, so it's not as much of a big deal for me as it's for a lot of people. But um, yeah, yeah, first system, yeah, was PS2. My dad was obsessed with it. We lost like all of our game consoles when like our home burned down, and that's the reason why I moved here. And then my dad got a PS2 again, and yeah, I just remember. him playing one of the Resident Evil games. I'm pretty sure he was playing Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. I watched him play. And then he got Crash Bandicoot, and I played Crash Bandicoot. And then I remember going to Blockbuster, seeing this cool arm with a sledgehammer, and I'm like, oh, that game looks super cool. I looked at the back of the case, it looked fun. I was like, what, like, like an adult would do today where they never played a game. Like, I grabbed the controller and I had no idea how to aim or move the character. I just kept running into walls and trying everything I could to figure it out. It was so bad.
Yeah, I
But I remember
remember.
that moment vividly. Like, first ever first person shooter was literally Red Faction, the first one.
Yeah, I remember going into in Red Faction. I don't ever remember playing the story Red Faction, but I remember going into like custom game modes and just making a map for myself and just getting into the drill and just drilling around for like
Yes.
an hour on it. I would just drill holes in the fucking map. I don't remember why I did that. I just remember that's all I wanted to do is I want to get into this drill
Yeah.
and drill holes in this map. And like I knew the exact route. Like the map would load up and I'd instantly go down to the bottom of the dig site. I believe it was through you had to go through the like the little installation. Like the little Mars installation. And you had to go down. I think you had to blow up one wall to get into the dig site, or maybe that was just the route I took. I don't remember. But I remember all of that very vividly, and I would just drive around in a drill and do literally nothing in a custom map for myself.
That's
Oh,
cool.
God, that game was cool. They need to make a. They didn't do like a remaster or well, not a remaster at this point. They need to do a remake of that game.
That would be so cool. I'd be down for that.
I don't think it would sell very well because like only the hardcore of hardcore like myself, you, and people like me or like us remember that game at all, and also remember how like its importance in the industry. Like if you asked some 14-year-old kid today who is a sweat on Call of Duty, like, hey, you want to play this Red Faction game? He's like, no.
Yeah, what is Red Faction?
Yeah, no. It's like, oh well, it's a game where you pretty much everything in the world is destructible, and his ass would probably be like, oh, like Battlefield? I'm like, no, fucker, not Battlefield. Man, I'm cussing a lot today. I need to stop off. I want to get demonetized because YouTube really cares about the copious amounts of views we get.
Of course.
Yeah. Anything else you got? Anything?
No.
All right. I had something, but I forgot. Anyway, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the XP. We're starting off good. This is the XP Podcast, our weekly video game and pop culture news podcast, where Logan and myself sit down with y'all and talk about all the news stories and happenings inside and out of the video game world. We post a new episode each and every Tuesday, so you can listen to it throughout your work week. You can find us on most of the popular podcasting services, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. If you enjoy what we're doing, please head over to our Patreon page where you can be a part of our weekly discussions and give us your opinions on everything we talk about and everything we don't. You will also be able to find all of our uploads there along with any exclusive episodes that we post. Links for that, as always, are in the bottom of the YouTube video that you are currently listening to and or watching. If you don't have any money, however, don't worry about that. We still love and appreciate you for listening to us and being a part of our growing community. Thank you to our Platinum members each and every month. You can be a part and get a name shout out in each and every show that we do by going to our Patreon page and giving and subscribing to our Platinum tier like Sir Logan Leffler has done for the third straight month. Much appreciated. If, though, for some reason you want to see our shiny faces, you can go over to our YouTube channel where you can get this show and all of our shows in video format. If you do, please don't forget to give us a like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification icon so you can be aware of everything we post when we decide to post that. With all that out of the way, let's get into the show in Pots today. By the way, Pots, point of the show. What do you think about that?
Oh, perfect.
That's pretty
so
good. Yeah. In Pots today, we are going to be building a backlog for you, the listeners, that Logan and myself are going to be guaranteeing that we are going to play and review. So we're going to give you 5 games that we have made up a list of games that are in our backlog that we want to commit to playing for the rest of the year. So look forward to that. That is our parts for the show. Then in the news, we'll be talking about that Nindy showcase that got shown this week, Starfield and Redfield, and no more for 2022. And we'll go into every single game delayed so far in 2022, and maybe we'll talk some shit about that Gotham Knights game. But before we get to all that, it is time for What You've Been Doing, where we catch up on all the things pop culture that we've been doing, whether that be gaming, TV shows, movies, books, and or comics. It doesn't matter to us, because guess what? We love it all here. So with that, Logan, what have you been doing? Oh, excuse me. What have you been doing this week?
Let's see. So I guess for gaming, I officially beat A Wolf Among Us.
Oh,
Um,
wow, you knocked that out, didn't you?
yeah, I did. Phenomenal.
Dude, I told
Super
you.
good. I really, really enjoyed it. Um, I probably did a controversial ending, but I really liked it a
I
lot.
mean,
It was super good.
I watched you play the first episode, and I was already mad at your
Yeah,
character.
well, I was even more controversial toward the end. So, people died. Lots of people died actually. But yeah, it was really, really good. I liked it a lot. Um, Definitely twists and turns, and I'm now extremely excited for the sequel. So I cannot wait for that. Yeah, and highly recommend it. I mean, everyone that's probably most people have either played this or know about the whole story by now. So I guess it's not much of a ruining or spoiler. But yeah, at the end, I wonder what you chose, but me, I decided to kill the dude at the end. What'd you do?
Yeah, I did not. I couldn't.
You didn't?
Oh no, I
I
just.
just I had to, man. I didn't trust him, and I just felt like he was gonna get out of it, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. I was
Well,
killing this dude. It's brutal though. Some of the parts, it's pretty crazy. Like
yeah,
what
I love
happened
it.
to D and Dom thing. Ooh, that was crazy.
I told you, man. It is dark. It is brutal, and it is a dark version of it. Now you need to go read the actual comics that's based off of.
Yeah, the fables or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to. It's super good. I've never even like I've heard about A Wolf Among Us for like years, and I just kept pushing it off. It wasn't that it didn't interest me. I just for some reason just never got around to playing it, or I just know I if I wanted to play it, I wanted to sit down and get through the whole game. So yeah, that I really liked it a lot. Highly recommend it. If I'd put a quick review on it, I'd say like a 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. Super good. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, really like it. Can't wait for the sequel. But yeah, what other games did I play this week? Kind of forgot.
I don't know.
Played more Switch Sports as always. Um, Really enjoying that. Maybe next episode we can have a little section where I'll just go through a quick thing about what I thought about that, think about that game, and maybe get a quick little tiny review for it.
Well, if I can
Um,
interject real quick, I would like to say that we can go through and review the game because that is the game that I bought last night and I have been playing today.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I told you
all
would like
right,
it.
okay, all right, all right. I'm
So,
excited.
yeah, we can have a little review.
Yeah, we should play online at some point because I don't know if you still have online, but yeah, we could
Yeah.
play like volleyball or something like that. Volleyball is my favorite sport in that
Or you
game so
can,
far.
or just bring down your Joy Cons this weekend and we can play this weekend.
Uh, oh, I will.
Yeah,
Okay. I
no
was actually thinking
Steph.
about bringing my Switch if you didn't say that. So I was gonna see maybe we could play Switch Sports, but yeah. So yeah, that and then what else have I been playing this week? Not really a lot, I guess, other than that. I did I played more Elden Ring. Already halfway through the game again, in a sense. Like, I mean, I haven't done much of the side bosses and stuff, but I've already defeated half of the main story bosses already again. Um, so that's been fun. And whenever I can do my big review, I already have most of that written out by now. And then today I decided to download a sports game. That's
Uh
unheard
oh.
of
Uh
from
oh.
me. I know. I haven't played sports games in forever.
Well,
I've never really been.
you played MLB last year.
Yeah, and I was extremely disappointed in it. I guess I was just expecting more from that game, but it felt kind of disappointing. So yeah, I don't really get much sports games unless it's like a crazy offshoot of it. Sometimes like I like Super Mega Baseball 1, never played the other two. That was when Xbox didn't have an actual, legit baseball game. That's why I was excited for MLB The Show to come to Xbox and then end up being disappointed in it, not really thinking it was as good as Mike thinks it is. I
Well,
think
it's
it's
not
okay.
just me, it's literally everybody. You're in
Well,
a
yeah,
very
well, yeah.
small
It's
minority on that
okay
one.
though. Well, okay, but the thing is, like, it was called the next gen upgrade, and it looks like an early Xbox One and PS4 game. That's
See,
literally what it looks like. The
see.
cutscenes look like uh just garbage. That's what they look like. They look horrible. There's no nice way
Okay.
of saying it. They
Oh
look
yeah, but
bad.
the actual gameplay looks fantastic.
But even like just the graphics in general just
No,
don't look that good.
I disagree entirely. Like I agree that the cutscenes and all that look crappy because they don't put a lot of effort into them. That's not the reason why people play that game. Uh, I think the animation, the motion on the field, the actual stadiums themselves, and everything that's going on look phenomenal, in my
I
opinion.
think it's okay. I just think it's okay. But again, that's our difference. So the game I decided to download, my easily one of my favorite sports is NHL. So on Game Pass, they added NHL 22 on there, and I heard he got an actual, next gen upgrade. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll download it. I'll try it out. See if it's bad or if it's any fun. I'll give it a try. And I just started playing it today, actually, before this podcast. I put a couple hours into it, and man, it's actually really fun. Like, it also looks insanely good. Like, insanely
Well,
good.
that's
Like,
that.
I was just like, wow. Like, I
That's
compared to MLB The Show, this is like 1,000 times nicer looking than that game.
that's the
um,
that's the Frostbite engine for you. So
Yeah, it looks insanely good. It plays really good. I like the control scheme, which I think is another reason why I don't like the MLB show. I don't really like the control scheme. They should just bring back the classic PS2 MLB the show controls when it used to be fun. I don't know, just something about it when I played MLB the show just was not fun. And I love
well,
baseball, so it surprised me not to enjoy it.
you know
Um,
you can change that. They have every
I
single
did. It didn't work,
they have
so
every
I don't
single
know.
control scheme imaginable. I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know
I'll
what.
download. I might try MLB the 22 to see if they updated anything and made anything better, but we'll see.
Well, no, I'm just
'Cause,
confused about what control scheme you wanted because I've played in all the MLB show games and I
in MLB the show back in PS2, all you had to do was hit X and it hit the freaking baseball. But now you have to use the analog stick to hit the
no, just
baseball.
change it, dude. They
I
have
did, but it was always delayed. Like every time I did it, it was like never hit, ever. I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. I tried looking at the tutorials, nothing was working. And I know you're gonna say maybe you're just bad. No, I literally just was trying everything I could. I know how to freaking press a button and it to hit something.
oh,
So it just was not working. I don't
that's
know what was going on. That's why I didn't like it either. I mostly didn't also like it because it just didn't look as good as I was hoping it would. Especially for it to be, a next gen update of the game. It just
sounds like it's
looks
an Xbox problem
okay.
if I'm being honest.
I don't know. I'll take a screenshot. It looks pretty bad, but
Sounds
it's
like an
okay.
Xbox
So
sound.
yeah, I guess so. At least it's free on there. I don't have to pay money for it.
That is
But
true.
yeah,
You get
NHL.
free quality then.
Yeah, and it's kind of worth it because that game looks like it should be free.
Good.
The graphics.
I'm glad.
Taste, we're so salty. All right. But yeah, NHL 22, really fun. Played franchise mode, made like a team on there, like did a lot of designing of it, and I really like it. It's really fun. I love how they do like when you make goals and all that, it looks stupid cinematic, like it looks super cool. And I don't know, just plays really good and it's really fun. So I might actually continue playing that and giving it a try more and more, and maybe I'll download MLB The Show 22 and see if anything's changed or if maybe I was just really bad when I played MLB 21. So we'll see. But yeah, I think that's about it for games.
I mean,
I don't know if,
I can install on my PS5 and see if you still suck when you come down here this weekend.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I also haven't played a baseball game since like I'm pretty sure the 360, and I played the big or the what is it called?
The
Yeah, the
bigs.
bigs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
dude, the
awful.
bigs were so good.
No, they're
That's
not.
what
They're
needs to come
fucking.
back. They were so
Oh
good.
my
I
god,
love the bigs, man.
they're
Bigs
terrible.
2, so fun. I loved
It's
those games. That
awful.
and backyard baseball. I love those
Okay, well,
games. And
backyard
then
baseball's a classic, but
yeah, and then also, I mean, I did like MLB The Show back in the day. So,
I still like
and
MLB the show.
I kind of like 2K, 2K11 and all that. Those were kind of fun too. But that's when I used to play baseball games all the time. But I haven't played a baseball game in literally forever. So that also might be the reason why I'm not the greatest
My
at it.
first
So,
baseball game was MVP baseball with Pools on the cover. I believe it was '04. That was my first MLB game, and then I moved off EA and went to the show and never looked back. So,
that's smart because
well, I don't have an option anymore. So,
yeah, I like the bigs though. I kind of wish it came back. I like the over the top craziness of those games,
oh yeah,
and
it's
it's
like
just more fun than just a simulation. Like sometimes just seeing a simulation of like what you already see on TV is kind of boring, and
I
I want to
see.
see like some kind of more crazy stuff. Like I like the super home runs and super pitches and stuff. Like it was super cool. Haha, get it? But yeah, that was good. I kind of miss those games. I wish they brought the bigs back and backwards compatibility. I would be playing that right now. But yeah, that's about it for gaming. I guess it can be real quick about what I've watched. That's not really a lot this week. I watched 3 episodes of the Moon Knight. That's about it so far. I
Still
didn't
haven't
finish it.
still haven't started. I got distracted with another show that came out on Netflix, and I watched the entire thing in 2 days.
Dang, jeez.
There's 10
Well,
episodes, so
oh, okay.
what do you
Yeah, I
think?
mean, it's what, Moon Knight?
Yeah, what do you think so far?
Yeah, it's good so far. I think it's actually really good. It's pretty interesting. I can't wait to see where it goes. I was going to continue watching it, but I don't know what happened. I guess I've also been watching a lot of Attack on Titan with Amy, which been still loving that. I think I'm still in season 1. I have no idea at this point. I haven't even been looking at the seasons. I've just been kind of watching episode after episode. Still loving it a lot. I think I'm either at the beginning of season 2 or I'm getting towards the end of season 1. So it's good. I like it a lot. It's really interesting, and I might watch that after this podcast. So that's pretty good. And then I actually ended up finally getting HBO Max.
Hey, there you
Praise,
go.
dude. Well, for the first thing, I have a good and bad about it. It bad
Oh,
is just it's nothing. It's bad for my TV. It's a big RIP for my TV. But other than that, I like it a lot. My TV it runs like dial-up internet. It literally like I'll hit the fucking button and it will just not move. Just nothing will load. And I'm like, what is going on? And I thought maybe my TV was glitching out. So I restarted my TV, turned it back on, clicked on the app, still slow as can be. And I'm like, why is it doing this?
you
No other streaming service does this but HBO
you
Max.
want a spoiler
Um,
alert?
what?
It's not your TV. I have a super nice TV with a quad core processor, and HBO Max is just such a shit app that it'll just randomly like lock up and not work, and it's slow as piss at all times,
Yeah,
even on
it
my
makes
TV.
me
It's so
ugh.
no. I should have told you that the app itself is absolutely garbage, but the content
But
is
it,
fantastic, in my opinion.
oh my god, yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
much good stuff on it.
I ended up downloading it on my Xbox, and I'm just gonna stream it on there, and it works 1,000 times better on my Xbox. I would just get on there, and it's like 2 times fast. It's still not great,
Yeah, it's still
like it's still, but it's way better than what my TV's doing. Like my TV, literally, it's unusable. Like it's straight up unusable.
okay. Well, yeah,
So
mine's not that, but maybe mine is like your Xbox One. I'm just spoiled and used to like Netflix and Amazon, how it snaps around and everything and works
oh, I know.
properly.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is on my TV. Netflix and everything else runs super fast. I mean, I think the only app that runs semi slow on our TVs, other than HBO Max, is Crunchyroll. But even Crunchyroll isn't even close to as bad as HBO Max is. Like that thing drags, and it is just so bad. And I tried to look at settings, try to find things to maybe help make it run a little bit faster, but no, it's just bad. So I just got on my Xbox. It runs way faster. It's actually usable. And I watched some Matrix yesterday. Actually, I got through a little bit of the movie. Didn't end up getting to watch the whole thing, but I wanted to watch something on HBO Max since I just got it yesterday. So hopefully I can watch Peacemaker, and I want to watch Chernobyl and
Oh
some
God,
other stuff.
dude! If
So
you're about to watch
I'm
Chernobyl,
excited because I've
man,
been wanting HBO Max forever now. I also want to watch Dune. I forgot Dune's on there. Dude, everything's on there. I can't wait to
yeah,
watch
it does
all this
have.
stuff.
It has a lot of stuff on it. It has,
Yeah,
and
I'm.
that's normally where I go. Like if I want to sit down and watch a movie, I normally go to that. So
Yeah, they have a lot of good movies on there, so I'm really excited to watch it. I might even watch Batman again. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and I think that concludes pretty much everything I'd done last week.
okay, well I'll start
Surprise.
with TVs and movies because my games I've already talked about one and the other one everyone knows what I'm playing. So, um, I watched The Lincoln Lawyer. It's a new series came out on Netflix. I like crime TV and crime dramas. I'm a big fan of those. Some of my favorite shows are um, shows up that alley. So, and this one was great. I watched the whole first season in 2 days. watched six
Jeez.
episodes. Watched 6 episodes the first day and 4 episodes the second day, and it's great. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm sad that it's done. Not done. Just first season's done, and it came out this week. So I gotta wait a year plus to watch the next one. I probably won't remember to watch it, so that kind of sucks. But for what it was, I watched it and it was great. Um, watched a couple movies. Watched Pain and Gain last night with the.
Yeah, with The Rock
I was gonna
in
say
that.
I
Yeah,
watched it with the girlfriend. If I watched it with The Rock, that'd be awesome. But
yeah, that would've been sweet.
yeah, no, I watched it with the girlfriend. Yeah, and it's a Michael Bay movie. Even Peyton, who knows pretty much her knowledge of movies goes to what I've taught her over the years. And we started this up, and I was like, if you couldn't tell who directed this, she was like Michael Bay, and I was like, that a girl. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, it's a Michael Bay movie through and through. But I don't think it's as bad as his other ones. I don't think it's great. It's not 13 hours or anything like that, But
I want to watch Ambulance still.
I do,
Actually,
yeah.
I heard it wasn't great, but I still want to
I
watch it.
heard the exact opposit. So,
Really? Okay,
oh yeah,
good. Because I
uh,
mean, I want it to be good. It looked good. I mean, it got announced what like over a year ago or something like that, and that's because of COVID. It got pushed back, I think. But yeah, I've been wanting to watch it since that first trailer.
sitting at a 70 on Tomato, but
Oh, good.
an 88 audience score. So,
Really? Yeah, I don't know who I heard it from then that said it was bad, but
bro,
sweet. I'm excited.
I don't mean to jump ahead to the movie talk, but did you ever hear about that Firestarter movie?
Firestarter movie. I don't think so.
So it's a remake of an old Stephen King movie where this girl like can self combust or anything like that. This movie has a 12 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it just came out this week.
That's
I started
is that
hearing
worse than Morbius?
yes.
Did that actually beat something beat more?
Oh, there's a lot of things
Jeez.
that beat
Yeah, I
Morbius,
know, I
man.
know, I know. I'm joking.
Well, I started hearing how bad it was, and I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna go watch a trailer for it, and I was like, oh, well, that looks terrible. You
Yeah.
should watch the trailer. It's a good time. It's absolutely hysterical how terrible it is. Um, but let's see what else. Yeah, watched Lincoln Lawyer. Oh, then we watched this stupid sappy love movie
Of course.
rom com. I love those things, man. If you wanted to know what it is, it's called I can't even say it.
What is it, Mike? Huh?
It is called Stars Fell on Alabama.
Oh boy, that sounds so good.
I mean, it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. But I like it. I'm never gonna sit here and tell you that like, hey, you should go watch this movie. It is the ipso facto rom com of our generation because it's not. But I like it, so that's all that matters, right?
Exactly.
And then obviously I've been playing Cyberpunk. I've been putting off getting through the story. I probably could easily been done with it a long time ago, but I really like just driving around, doing the gigs. Finished Pan Am's. storyline today. That was kind of a letdown. The final mission. The final mission was built up to be this super awesome thing, and you shoot one group of enemies and it's over. And I was like, oh,
Oh, you talking about the tank,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a little disappointing. I'm almost done with Judy's storyline. Um, and then I'm working on the final mission where you go take on the, or when you go to the parade right now.
Oh, okay.
And not the final mission. The final mission of, um,
Yeah, you're not the final yet, but
no,
you're
very
about to do
close.
that parade part. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
getting close. Yeah.
yeah. Although I think I have a glitch, because after you get done with the Voodoo Boy storyline, you're supposed to be able to go back and do the side mission with Rogue, where you watch like Bushido and do all that other stuff, and you actually are able to get the samurai jacket. Hasn't
Yeah,
pop
yeah.
hasn't popped for me yet.
Really?
I don't know what's going on.
Dang, dude, that jacket's so cool too. But
I
I mean, I
know.
guess now you can get that jacket. I think with the yellow one, but still, the normal one's super cool to get. And you get, I think you do get the car too. I think.
I
Oh
got
no,
his car.
that's a
No.
different mission. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I got V's car, and that's literally all I use to drive around. Because V's car is sweet. God,
Yeah,
that
it
car's
is.
cool. But you know, I have to say, the deeper I get into this, I like it. You
I'm
know?
impressed. I didn't know what you were gonna think. I was really curious about it. I mean, I think it's a good game. Has a lot of flaws, a lot.
Yeah, now
But
that I mean, again, I still feel like the game is held together by duct tape and prayers.
oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah, things just happen that I'm like, okay, did I do something or did the game break? Like, we in that mission where you scout out the for the Takamura
hmm
right before you go to the prey where you scout out that little area. Do you remember that?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So I brought up the scanner and I went to scan something and one line of dialogue went and it took approximately 45 seconds for the next line of dialogue to proc. And I was like, "Oh, did something break? Do I have to restart?" And eventually he just started talking and then everything worked fine. I'm like, "Man, this game really is held together with prayers, dude." Like this game just at all times it's like, is it breaking? It might be breaking, and then yeah, it crashes. I've had this game crash 5 times on me.
Jeez,
That's more crashes than any game I've ever played on my PS5.
I'm really surprised about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
even in its worst stage, like when Cyberpunk was at its worst, I maybe had one crash,
yeah.
maybe.
I have quite a
So
few
I'm
problems
really
with it.
surprised.
Yeah, but I do just I catch myself just getting in my car, driving around when it rains, and I'm just like, yeah, the game is fine. It is. If they would have told me what this game was when we went in, it is a modern day, not modern day, like in terms of like when the game is made, like a modern futuristic take on Grand Theft Auto, which with, in my opinion, different writing, different stylistic writing, but better writing than GTA 5. I think the writing in here is really good. Now, what I think of the narrative itself, that's a totally different thought process that I have on that, but the writing itself is really good. Um, and that's what it is. It's a modern take on GTA 5 with maybe some better writing, and it looks better.
Oh yeah,
And that's what the game is. And they would have told us that, I'd be like, yeah, this game's great, 9 out of 10 easily. But I can never give this game a 9 out of 10, even though I may think it, no, I guess no, because it doesn't deserve that. But even if it was that good, because of what the company did and because of how the company marketed it, I'm like, I'm never gonna give this game that score ever, because it doesn't deserve it. But anyway, all the negatives aside, I think the game is super fun. I think it's super good. I'm enjoying it. Um, said maybe I've taken too long to get through the narrative, and that's why I'm a little low on it. But like, I remember one of my friends, Eric, when he got done, he texted me. He goes, "That may be the best narrative I've ever seen in a game. Hashtag better than Last of Us." And I'm playing this. I was like, no, it's not. It's like
I guess that's a subjective way of
it
looking at
is
it, you know. Because I
obviously.
mean, for me, it might be. But I mean, there's some games I think that are better than Last of Us Story 2, but I mean, that is again a subjective point of view. I think everybody has their opinion of what the best story they believe to be. Like, I personally like the Halo storyline more than all of The Last of Us. I mean, clearly, I didn't even beat Last of Us yet. So, but that is just my opinion.
I think
I don't think
Halo.
everyone feels like that.
I think
So,
Halo lore is great. Yeah, I love Halo lore, but like in terms of like the actual narratives for the game, like I personally don't think they even are in the same ballpark. I don't even think they're playing the same
well,
sport.
exactly. Yeah.
What I'm
I
saying
mean,
is like
I know you really love Last of Us, and so yeah,
and if they are playing the same sport, Last of Us is playing the NFL and Halo is playing like in high school. Like it still, can have some quality in it, and I think there's still good quality and decent writing in it and okay characterizations. But like,
yeah,
I don't think it's in. Again, one's on a
well,
mountain, one's on a
exactly.
hill.
I wouldn't
But as you
expect
said,
you to think that Halo is better. I mean, I know
but I
you
do
like
like
Last
Halo.
of Us. No,
That's
I'm
what I'm
not saying you
saying. Yeah,
don't like Halo. I'm saying you're gonna rate it differently than everybody else because, like, clearly you like Last of Us a lot, which is fine. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's definitely not even close to a bad game. I just don't particularly love the storyline and the narrative, especially in the second game. The first game is pretty good. I want to beat it someday, which
God.
maybe might be part of my list. We'll see. But yeah,
For
I
those of
mean,
you that don't know my stance or my opinion on The Last of Us Part 2, because we haven't really talked about it, it is a contentious topic. And for those of you that don't really know me that well, Logan knows me, is I take criticism in stride. I don't immediately downshoot people who don't agree with me. That's why this podcast works, because there's a lot of times Logan and I don't agree on anything. But whatever. We
exactly.
move
Like,
on and we talk about the next thing. So I'm actually very easy at that, and I enjoy listening to criticisms. Because maybe somebody looked at something from a way that I didn't originally look at it from, and therefore that can lead me to a different mindset or perspective on things. After listening to multiple sources for criticism on The Last of Us Part 2's narrative, I just don't see how anyone came to that conclusion. I have listened, I've thought about it, I've tried to put myself in their headspace, and I'm like, I think you're completely wrong, and I personally think I don't want to point anybody out because, like, obviously I don't want to do it. I just think they're wrong. I'll just stop there. I don't want to piss anybody off or anything like
there you
that.
go. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I have a lot of deep personal opinions, and actually, I have an idea of the reason why they think that way, but that's going to philosophical things that the story does to people, the story in Last of Us Part 2, and I don't want to delve too deep into that. Anyway, moving on. Cyberpunk's good, right? Okay. What's next? Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. We've been 38 minutes on what you've been doing, and half of it hasn't been what you've been doing. So let's just move on. So please let us know on our Patreon in the comments what you guys have been doing throughout the week, what you're playing, what you're planning on playing, because now we are going into our pots of the show. Well, that doesn't make sense. Our pots, which is point of the show. So welcome to Pots here at the Experience Point. Today, Logan and I are going to be building a backlog. Now, obviously, for those of you who know or don't know, a backlog is something that all gamers have, and these are the games that we want to play, but let's be honest, we're never going to play them. So, with their with there clearly being a lull in the video game releases as of right now, especially Logan, if you scroll down to the bottom of this document,
I know.
I
Yeah.
scraped it together. I looked at 4 different sources to get out for this week because there's just nothing, man. So anyway,
Yeah.
so that's being a lull we're going through, and we're going to clean out. So Logan and I are going to guarantee to you, to the best of our abilities, we are going to finish and review the next 5 games that we talk about, and we are going to play. We did put some stipulations on this. If those of you who want to know, it's games that we've maybe talked about, but we haven't played, or if we have played, it's very little. Talking about 30 minutes to an hour or under, or some. I have a couple random games that I threw in that I was looking through on my PSN, and I'm like, man, I've been wanting to play that, so let me play it by the end of the year and put a review score on it. So I think I'm going to go first because the first one is something I talked about last week, and I am really excited to play that. So, Logan, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and knock out my first one.
Go ahead.
The first game that I am putting my foot down and saying I'm going to play, probably honestly within the next month or so, Watch Dogs Legions.
Yes.
So I am going to
Can't wait
play
to hear. Yeah.
and beat Watch Dogs Legions, which I'm excited about. After playing Cyberpunk and after having kind of getting into that like world design type aspect of it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and knock off Legions. I maybe won't play that next because there is another game that I want to play with Peyton. I want to get knocked out. Her and I want to play a Sackboy game finally. Uh,
Yeah, the Sackboy game.
I,
Yeah.
I keep putting it off. So, but I did.
Dude, I just wish there was another Little Big Planet, man. I
Yeah,
miss.
that's
Oh
true.
God,
But
that game is so good.
yeah, I'm very excited about this. It'll be a chance for me to have a first impression with you and for you to actually put your opinion out there and put a score on it. So it's a chance that we can sit down, have a good discussion, have a good review about the game. And it's a game that I regret when it came out because I was in a massive lull right before the PS5 come out. Like I was pretty much because it came out like 2 weeks before the PS5 came out, something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was rough,
Yeah, it was
man.
super early, and I was just like, I don't care. I'm ready for Spider-Man. I'm ready for Assassin's Creed.
Oof.
Yeah, a badass decision that was. But now I'm back in that mood. I'm really in open world games. Obviously, I've gone from Horizon to Grand Theft Auto to Cyberpunk. Now I'm playing on Watch Dogs, which is kind of cool. It's know that I'm out of my open world lull. Like I definitely felt for some fatigue with Far Cry 6, not just in the open world because no, the game wasn't good,
The game,
but
yeah.
I definitely was feeling like I just don't want to explore this world at all. And you know, Horizon, man, it got me back to it. The game was good enough to re-energize my entire want to play a genre. That's how good that game is. So
Hopefully, the review will be coming pretty soon.
I'm trying, man.
Pretty soon. Yeah. All right.
It sucks when you're at the behest of other people.
That's fair. That's
Dude,
fair.
I want to tell you what. I got some
Yeah.
swamp ass right now, dude. It is hot as hell in my ass, man. I'll be right
Dude,
back.
actually, our apartment, dude, is freezing right now.
I'm gonna
We
go
have, like,
crank. I'm gonna go crank the AC. I'm sweating sitting here. I'll be right back.
That's fair. Part of being in Tennessee.
All right,
That swamp ass.
I'm back. I do, man. I was sitting here and like I'm in a cutoff, you know. I'm like my fucking pits are sweating. I'm like, oh, this is gross, dude. All right, I'm back. AC is on. Fans cranked up. Let's get it. Here we go. What's your number one?
Actually, before we do that, dude,
Okay.
I definitely believe I'm gonna have a way higher with the Watch Dogs game, but I'm still curious to hear what your opinion is.
You said you're gonna have a way higher score. You kind of cut out there.
Yeah, I think I will. But
Okay.
I don't know how well you're gonna like it, but I hope you semi enjoy it. Which, by the way, they did come out with the 60 FPS update, so if you want to not play in 30 FPS, you can play Watch Dogs Legion in 60. So I would go to your settings when you play that game and change it to 60 because, in my opinion, it makes the game way better.
Well, I'm gonna try it with the ray tracing to see what it looks like, but yeah, no, I mean,
It's okay.
I
the ray tracing is okay.
I clicked on Horizon when I was doing my platinum stuff. I clicked it on the quality mode, and I'm like, God, how did I do this? Just a couple years ago, how did I play games in 30 frames a second? Well, I know why, because we didn't have anything else. But man, it sucks.
Yeah.
Everything is jittery, and like I never noticed that before, dude. Shit, you realize we used to play games at like 20 frames a second on PS2?
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, just for even more crazy is thinking of playing a first-person shooter video game at below 30 FPS. I don't know how I even did that. Like I played Battlefield 3. The game was below 30 FPS 90% of the time, and I played that game.
Hey,
I don't know how I was able to do that.
All right, I played Killzone at 30 frames a second and 3D.
Yeah.
Killzone 3. I played it in stereoscopic 3D and 30 frames a second. Call me a fucking
rough
hog champ. Maybe I'm the Elden Lord. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited about your list because I had Watch Dogs on my list, and there's one more game that obviously I think I'm gonna put on this backlog because I've been wanting to play it. So, but I think the other three. I know for a fact, one, you have no effing clue that I put on my list. So,
Oh yeah.
I'm I'm excited. This is fun. Anyway, give me what your first game. Now, by the way, we're not gonna play these in any order. We're just putting 5 games on here.
So my next one is not going to be a singular game, but I don't think it could technically be a singular. I'm going to put it as a group.
Okay, I have one
Is
group on here too. So
Batman the Telltale series, all
okay,
of them.
okay.
I want to beat all of them, especially after being Wolf Among Us. It has made me even want to beat those games. Like I really want to get on it. I don't own, I think, one of them, which I mean they're always on sale. So hopefully down the line I'll buy whatever one I'm missing. And yeah, I want to beat all of them. So that'll be my first one. I'm really excited.
There we go. I don't know if you were watching me type that. I was having issues.
Oh, you're fine. You're
Dude,
fine.
that was rough. So yeah, that's awesome. As I said, I go back and forth. Um, which Telltale series I like more? Because said I played all of them, but the old Jurassic Park one. I have not played that one, but I love the Batman. I love what it does with the characters, and I have a hard time not only picking out which one I think is better, part one or part two. I also have a hard time figuring out which one I like better, Batman or The Wolf Among Us. By the way, excuse me, I
Oh,
burped
you're
mid
good.
sentence. So, where do I want to go? Do I want to save the shockers for the end, or just kind of just
Yeah, you might
casually
as
do?
well.
Okay. I'm gonna give my second one is the one that I guarantee you that you know it's on here. I am putting my foot down. I have this game. I purchased this game. I own it. There's not any way else I can say that. So, I am finally gonna sit down and play Returnal.
Let's go. Finally.
It,
Whoa!
I,
Finally.
dude,
Jeez.
I was so excited when this game came out, and it came out like what 1 day before Outriders, and my friend Eric and I just got hooked on Outriders. I played Outriders for 155 hours, and by the time I was done, I was on to other stuff. I think actually I moved down to Memphis and I was playing MLB and well, Scarlet Nexus at the time, but I never finished Scarlet Nexus. But so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
I'm super excited. I just can't wait. You know, everything I've heard about this game, it looks incredible. I'm hoping I can get through it. I'm hoping it's not like a Sifu thing where the challenge is too much that I don't feel like getting through it or I don't feel like pushing through it. But so yeah, I'm excited about that one. Those are my two obvi ones. My next three, I don't think you're gonna know, and one you're gonna be very excited about.
So let's see. My second one will be Fable 1. Never
Whoa!
beat it, not
Oh,
even played an hour into it. I've never been the first one. I've never even beaten the second one. Um, I've only beaten the third one. That was the first time I ever played and beaten a Fable game. So I want to beat the first one. I've had it. It's on Game Pass. So and I've had it downloaded. I played like 15 minutes of it. Um, but I really want to beat it, and I want to get through it by the what? This is by the end of the summer. Is that what I'm looking at?
no! This is by the end of the year, my man.
Oh, by the year. Okay, perfect. Good, because I might have some big ones in here. So yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
tried to
Fable.
break it up.
Fable one.
I have two big ones. Obviously, Watch Dogs Legions is for me. For you, you play open world games like narrative, single player, linear games. So I don't play open world games like that. So Legions is a 50-hour game for me. For you, it's probably like 25, 30.
I think it took me. I think it took me about 40 or 50 hours to
Okay.
beat it the first time because well, I also was like really into I because I don't know how far deep you're gonna get into it, but it was more of just like I liked recruiting people and doing all those side missions and stuff and just doing wacky, crazy things in it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing I'm gonna play 40 hours in this. I don't think I'll be able to hold on for too much longer than that.
I think you're gonna beat it in 30, 35.
You think I'm gonna be
I don't think you're gonna
care?
go as deep as I did with recruiting people. I think you're gonna find someone and then you're just gonna go through it.
Because let me tell you, man, I'm starting to go in deep with Cyberpunk, dude. I really want to put the platinum on this game.
That's fair.
Yeah, I do. So I think honestly, how you said I'm going to be lower on Watch Dogs, I personally think I'm higher than you on Cyberpunk.
Oh, you really think you have a? Oh, surprised. Well, we'll see.
Oh, I mean, I don't know the way you talk about it. You seem kind of down on Cyberpunk.
Oh
So,
no, I mean I'm beating it again. I started a new second playthrough. Trust me, I love Cyberpunk.
well, I
I
thought,
more am trying to show that I'm not just all positive about it. Like I want to
yeah, yeah,
clearly
obviously,
say that there are negatives in this game, and I just my negatives is just the open world mostly. Like I like the story, I like where all the narrative points are going, and I like how it ended. I mean, depending on what ending you want to make your original ending as, will be how you think it ends.
I
But
already,
I
kn-
think
I already,
I've done all the endings, and I think it's super good.
I already
So
know what ending I'm gonna do. So, like,
that's fair.
I'm gonna go through all of them. But wow, wow, spoiler alert! I'm leaving with Pan Am, bro. I ain't leaving her.
That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, all right, my third one. How do how do I want to do this? Okay, well, the next three I said are all kind of ones that probably aren't predictable. So I'm gonna give you no, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna save my get hype one till the next one, all right? And then I'm gonna give you my crappiest one last. So my next game, I am going to play Thronebreaker: The Witcher Saga, the
Oh,
Witcher Tales. It is that card-based game based around the Gwent battle system, but it's actually like a 30-hour story-driven game. So I was looking back through all my games. I own this one too, so go figure. Another game that I bought that never played. So, yeah, I'm actually really excited about this one. So, I was looking back through and said, I'm trying to
I've
figure out.
always wanted to play that game,
Yeah,
but just never gotten to it.
I'm excited. All right, that's all I got. There's not a lot of in depth reason for that. I was just looking through my list on PSN of games I own. I'm like, yep, I'm going to throw that one in.
That's fair.
All right, here's your next one, sir.
So this one is gonna be partly I'm gonna need you on. I want to beat Ratchet and Clank before the end of this year. So
Oh, yeah, I already
hopefully when I
play.
come down, I can borrow it from you and beat the game that way. That'd be one game I would like to beat by the end of this year.
And it's easy. It's not.
Oh yeah, like it's not gonna be
Yeah.
a super extremely long game, and obviously I'm not gonna do all the trophies, so it might be even like way less than probably what it took for you to beat it. So
Let's see.
I
You're
probably
if you go straight through it and you can mess around a lot doing some of the not open world but doing some of the hub area stuff. If you don't want to mess with any of that, you can beat this game in 10 hours.
oh yeah
Yeah.
yeah
I put 18 in it and that's my platinum. It was like 18, 19. So, yeah, it doesn't take a lot to platinum. So, but yeah,
I'm excited
no.
to play it though. I'm
I
really excited.
I had already told myself don't forget to give him this game when he comes down since I forgot last
Yeah.
time. But so, it's already pulled out sitting on the table for you.
Ooh, and I might borrow. Don't you have the order too? Right?
1886?
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put that on this list because that's
No.
not what I originally was gonna on my list. I'm not gonna
Plus
make
that.
that as a play, but that is one I will definitely also probably beat. But that's a super short game, so it
See,
would
here's the
be
thing.
fun to
All
get
right,
through.
sidebar real quick. When that game came out, there were people who said, "Oh, I can beat this game in 4 hours." I challenge anybody to sit down and play this game for the first time and beat it in 4 hours. You can't do it. It's about a 6, 7, 8 hour game, depending on how much you walk around the world and how much you explore the world.
I'm excited for it though. I
It's
don't
not a
know.
long game.
I'm so excited
Yeah,
for it. So
it's not a long game. It is a Call of Duty. It is a long Call of Duty campaign game.
yeah.
So, all right, moving on.
Yep.
Speaking of Call of Duty, I'm going to play the Modern Warfare campaign before Modern Warfare 2 comes out.
Yes. Let's go.
I
Maybe
figured you'd
you
be
just get
excited about
Modern
it.
for 2 on Game Pass and just beat the campaign that way.
Well,
There
no,
you
because
go.
I gotta get the trophies,
That's fair.
dude. That's what sucks about being so ingrained in PlayStation. Because like, I just I want the trophies. I can't live with that without them. It
That's fair.
sucks. It sucks so much. All right, give me, sir, your number 4.
This is where things start to get a bit difficult for me because you put that rule, and that's what really cut down a lot of games. Because there's a lot of games I put hours into, but I know I'm nowhere close to beating. Um,
No.
dang. Um, What would be my fourth one?
I don't know.
Dang.
Again, you can play a whole bunch of other games. These are just the 5 games that I just wanted to sit down. Like these are the games we're guaranteed would get done by the end of the year. I'm not saying
Yeah.
these are the next 5 games you have to play. Like for example, I'm I probably won't play Call Modern Warfare campaign until one I can buy it, and you know, honestly though, I could play that game literally like tomorrow and be done with it. So
Trying to think of okay. You said, well, no, but see, that's just you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I only put like 2 hours in this game. I know it breaks the rule. I
no,
don't care.
you're fine. Go ahead.
It's 2 hours. I am gonna beat that Mario and Rabbids strategy game.
Kingdom Battle.
Yes.
That's funny. I was looking at my shelf trying to figure out which games I want to play, and I saw that. I'm like, should I put that on my list? But I did not. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zelda, but I've put 10 hours in that game, so clearly that really breaks the rules. So
Okay.
that is one game I do want to beat this year, but
I might have let you have that one because I mean
dang.
that game is like I'm 70 hours in, and I think I'm about halfway done.
Yeah, I'm only like 20 or 30, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area.
One thing I did say was I was gonna finish Persona, but I'm 70
That's
hours.
one game I was gonna put on there, but yeah, I have like 20 hours or 30
Oh,
hours in that
yeah.
game too.
I'm like 60, 70 in my first
That's
playthrough,
also
but
because I restarted because I had Persona 5 regular. Then I ended up someone sold me Royal for like a super cheap price, and I'm like, well, I got to restart from the beginning again. So I got like 20 hours into the
yeah,
Royale version.
I have Royale, and also that's a game that for some reason Peyton loves to watch me play that game.
I want to beat it though, so bad.
She falls asleep doing God of War and Ratchet and Clank, but she will sit there and watch me play Persona 5 for 10 hours straight and not even blink an eye. I'm like, what is this shit? Apparently she gets bored with the action. All right, whatever. All right, last one. This is a combo. It's a series. I want to finish the game I started and then play the next one that I haven't started. So, it is a combo type thing. I am going to finish Resident Evil 7 and play Resident Evil 8.
Okay.
So, I started Resident Evil 7, played for about 3 or so hours. But yeah, I'm going to finish that one, then play Resident Evil 8. So, I love the Resident Evil series. It's just you know me in first person, not a huge fan of first person games, so
That's fair.
but I will have to say Cyberpunk I still think I would have liked the game better as a third person, but then maybe also not. Oh, by the way, let me tell you what. I had this clip that I saved of me doing some combat and I pulled the oh yeah, I spelled that wrong. Thank you.
You're good.
And I pulled one of the coolest jump headshots of all time. And I saved it.
Really?
Oh, I saved it so you can watch it. So also, when you come down, are you gonna want to see any of Horizon? Because I still have it installed on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may start a little bit at the beginning just to try it out, see what it is. I probably won't play a lot of it. I'll do like what I would call a demo. I'll just do like a little bit of the beginning.
Yeah, like we
Or if
did
you
with
just
the.
wanna or if you really just want to show me like go to the beginning open world part and just let me look around.
Yeah,
Either
yeah.
way.
I was just gonna take you to the main area. I definitely wasn't gonna show you any end game stuff.
That's fair. All right. Where do I go now with my next one?
Your final one.
Kind of want to be. This is a. Dang. You know, a game I really want to get so we could beat this year and, as a co-op game to play together. I really want to get Dying Light 2.
I
Like
told
beat
you
that
though,
one.
we already played it though, so I wasn't including Dying Light 2 in this.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah,
That's not
Halo
right.
and Dying Light are the games that
I
we're gonna
forgot
play
about that.
together. So yeah, I didn't
I
add
forgot.
those in.
Um,
Hmm.
difficult choice here.
You want to know when
There's a couple. What?
I was looking through my list, right? I was looking through my shelf, and I saw one game that I haven't played yet. And I'm like, I'm gonna throw this on here just for shits and giggles, and that's Deadpool. But I didn't want to do that.
Dude, yeah, Deadpool is like non-existent. Buy it digitally anymore.
I have
Gone.
it. I have it physical. So
I should have bought it like way back when it was on sale. I didn't know it was ever going to be completely removed from the
well,
stores.
guess what? You finally have a PS5 that can accept this, so you can play it if you want.
It's true. Yeah. Maybe
All
that
right,
could be one of my games.
give me
But I think
give me your number
uh,
5, sir.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to be Hollow Knight.
Oh man, okay. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yep.
Now, when
I'm
you
not going
say
to lie.
you mean just beat the story, you don't mean beat like all the extra stuff.
Well, I mean, maybe I will. We'll see.
Dude, there's a fucking like 100 level boss rush that if you die, you have to start over from the beginning.
I don't know if I'll beat that.
Okay,
Okay.
that thing is
But
rough. Have
it's
you?
on Game Pass, and I've been wanting to play it.
Yeah,
So,
and hopefully the sequel comes out so I can get a bunch of points for it. So
yeah. Yeah, that's I've been really looking at a lot of other ever since I beat Elden Ring, craving more Souls-like games, and I've just been like looking up solo other Souls-like games to play and beat. Um,
well, hey,
it's one of them that looked really cool, so
one of the
I'm really
games
excited for it.
one of the games that just came out this past week got a review is a one of the original Soulsborne clones. It's a 2D Soulsborne game, Salt and Sacrifice. Well, Salt and Sanctuary was the first one. Salt and Sacrifice is the new one.
I'll have to look it up. I
Yeah,
don't know if I've seen that one yet,
it just came
but
out this past
I've
week.
also been
So.
tempted to try the Neo games, which I heard are extremely, extremely hard.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Then there's
I beat Elden Ring, and that game was extremely, extremely hard. So I
there's
think I could handle it.
there's Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell is a Soulsborne
Yeah, more
clone.
shell look cool.
There's
I looked
the
up Surge. Surge looks okay. I've heard that the issue with that game is it's more of a run past enemy kind of game.
yeah,
And
Surge
like
is
the
more of
side
like
enemies,
your
they made them way too difficult. Like they made them so extremely difficult that it's better to just run past them and get to the bosses than actually deal with them,
Surge
which
is
is the
more
issue.
of a like how do I want to phrase it? It's more of like a double A instead of triple A game. So like there's a lot of jankiness, and when you add that jankiness to the fact that you need pinpoint accuracy in combat, it kind of sucks. I tried Surge. I did not like it.
I don't know if Surge 2 was any better, but yeah. The other game I was looking at too was that weird anime Dark Souls game, Code Vein. That game's always on sale. It looks like a more easier Dark Souls game, but still looks kind of fun. So I've been kind of tempted to try that too, because like I've seen like the deluxe edition with like for $10, and it's literally anime meets Dark Souls, but not as hard as Dark Souls.
You want
So
to have a Dark Souls game that's more up my alley of playstyle? Just play the new DMC. Just turn the difficulty level up.
that's true. Well, but it's not a matter of the difficulty. I like the style of gameplay that Dark Souls has more than just it being hard in general. Like
Yeah, that's true.
Dark Souls is hard for a reason because when you die, you lose your souls and everything. And I like the progression, and I also like from Elden Ring the amount. That's why I'll probably never play Sekiro. I just don't care to play it. It's just the issue with Sekiro. I don't. That does not look interesting at all to me. Is the fact that you don't get any choice of who you want to be. You are just him. You are Sekiro. You don't get to build any character. You don't get to do anything but just add small little gadgets to your character.
You should play
That's it.
Bloodborne.
What?
You should play Bloodborne.
I know I've been tempted. I really have been.
It's very different than Elden Ring and Dark Souls combat as where you have to be the aggressor.
Yeah, yeah. There's no shields and stuff. I
Yeah.
did a lot of. I
I
also
mean,
want to beat Dark Souls 1 and 3, not 2, because from what I heard, is 2 is really bad
oh,
unless you play the DLC.
two is garbage. They put in
Yeah,
the stupidest system. By the
yeah.
way,
We break your weapons and
well,
stuff.
not
Like
only
that's just
that,
dumb.
when you die, you get a penalty to your health.
Yeah, that's it. Well, Demon Souls does that too, which is kind of dumb.
I
Which I
guess.
want to play Demon Souls, but like that has an issue too with the game.
Well, Demon Souls is just also. It's like the first time they did it, and
Yeah.
If you think Elden Ring is obscure and confusing, go back and play Demon Souls.
Oh, I
No,
know.
nothing is told to you. All right.
It. Yeah.
So you're committing to Hollow Knight.
Yes.
Now,
I'm
I would
committing.
like to say, if we give any of these games an honest try, say I get 20, 25 hours into Watch Dogs, and I'm like, man, I just don't want. No, you know what? No. I'm not giving this away out. If we get any significant amount of time in and you don't like it, just beat the story, finish it out. All
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
don't force yourself to literally get every trophy with every one of
yeah.
these
No,
games.
no.
Like if
I'm
you
I'm not
get to the
gonna.
point where you just want to be, which is pretty much what I'm going to be doing anyways. I don't
Yeah,
really care to get. I'm
yeah.
just going to be beating the games.
But I am committing. Yes, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I am committing that we're gonna play these games. Cool. Got it.
Yeah.
I almost fucked up my own thing. All right. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is Pots, also known as Point of the Show. We are going to go now to Around the Point, where we go around the video game world and give you the news that we want to talk about, and hopefully you want to talk about as well. If we miss something, please go to our Patreon, let us know, so we can talk about it with you and with everybody else. Our first story in Around the Point is that Nintendo Indie Showcase that happened this week. We're going to go through each game, talk about them for a minute or so, and tell you if we are excited about them or not. So, Logan, what did you think overall about the Nintendo Indie Showcase?
So personally, I didn't watch the indie showcase, but I did just read up on, well, not just. I've been reading up on all the games, and two of them look really good.
Okay, so yeah.
Actually, really good. I'm like, I actually might get them kind of good looking,
All
so
right.
I'm really excited.
So, like we always do, we like to give hype levels here. So we are gonna go through each game, give you our hype levels, and then move on to other stuff in our life. So the first game that they showed off is Ooblets. If you don't know, Ooblets was developed by Glumberland. It's a game that came out back in 2020. However, it's finally making its way to the Nintendo Switch. And it says it's the same game, which is to say it's a very cute farming life simulation game where you control a highly customizable character to grow ooblets upon ooblets.
Ooblets. That's so good. That's a good name though.
It is a good
Um,
name, yes. It's
so
got a very not Octopath, definitely not Octopath 5, Octodad and Bug Snacks
yeah,
5. Yeah.
yes, it does.
Looks cute. I probably won't try it out, but I don't think it looks like a catastrophe or anything like that. I think it looks like it'd be fun for, your wife to play probably.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, she would. This would be right up her alley. Oh yeah, what's your hype level?
Oh, I'm like at a 2 just for my personal hype level, but yeah, it's that's different than like if I think the game's gonna suck. Like I'm at a 2 for games that I'm going to play, but I'm not excited for. This game I'm not gonna play, but I think it looks like a good game.
Yeah, I would probably say the same too.
So next up on the list was the Batora, the Lost Haven. The physical and mental powers of a naive and reckless girl who lost everything are the only weapons to save the Earth from oblivion. Jump on a journey across colorful and mesmerizing planets in this fast-paced adventure where your conscience will carry the weight of your decisions.
Yeah,
Like
two.
I was gonna say, I'll give it a little bit more because it has that isometric kind of perspective blending of a RPG stuff that I personally like. I love action RPGs. I don't play enough of them because I'm busy with other stuff, but I want to always go back and play more of them. So I will say a 4.
That's fair.
All right. By the way, if I'm about to read the two games that you're excited from, just jump in and then you can introduce them. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, since you are personally excited about them, and I don't know which ones they are, so but if I'm about to move to them, you just let me know. All right. So next
Okay.
game, Head, developed by one person, and it's a 2D platformer. That's about all I know about it. I kind of, I kind of just stopped paying attention. I feel bad because like apparently this guy is like super talented, but I just like, I, I'm not in the mood for 2D platformers right now. So I could.
I mean, yeah, it looks good, but like it's like it just it looks okay. It looks like I've seen a million of these before, and it's a game, and I'm sure you put a lot of effort in it. It looks like you put a lot of effort in it, but yeah,
It is.
for personally me, I'm gonna probably say probably two again.
I was
I
gonna.
wouldn't say to one because it's. I mean, I gotta respect the dude was. It's one guy. He
Yeah,
made this
yeah,
game,
but
so
also we're not
it's
saying
not
the
something I'll ever play.
I'm saying my own personal hype level is a 1. That is now none of that is in due to quality. Like games that I'm 9 out of 10 hyped for, the quality could be 4 out of 10. I have no clue. I'm just hyped for it. So, for
Yeah,
example, a game we're going to talk about pretty quickly, I'm still a 9 out of 10 hype level, maybe an 8 out of 10 now, but it's looking more and more like we might get a 4 out of 10 of it. So,
that's fair.
yeah. So, next game, Soundfall. Set to release this spring, Soundfall is a rhythm-based looter shooter action game with musical gameplay. Describes a dungeon crawler. You'll control a girl who is the guardian of harmony, tasked with saving the world a symphony. You can do so alone or in 4-player co-op. Regardless of whether you go solo or have a friend tag along, you'll be using physical attacks and guns to shoot and take down enemies to the beat of a great sounding pop soundtrack. This game looks pretty cool to me. I don't know about you. I thought it looked cool.
It looks okay. I
Really?
don't know. It looks like a lot of other top-down shooter like these. So I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
but
just, I guess it lacks style. I guess it just
okay.
looks like I've seen this game on my phone before, kind of moment. Like that's how it feels.
Well, that's because you pay attention to phone games. That's your fault. I don't pay
I
attention
don't pay
to.
it. I'm just saying it looks. I mean, it wouldn't be a problem. It came out on the phone and someone could buy it and play it, but it just looks like every other one of these games. Like it just looks like the same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But that doesn't mean it doesn't do anything interesting. I didn't dive deep into this game. I don't know if there's super crazy things they're adding, but from what I'm looking at, it just looks okay.
I think
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
I think the musical gameplay background is kind of its unique aspect and could make it really cool and interesting, especially when like a group of people and you have to like time out. I'm guessing you have to time out your attacks with the music because I'm guessing the enemies attack in relation to the music. That's what most music-based games are like, especially this style. So if you have to like coordinate that, and you're like, oh, it's this song, you got to get ready on, I don't know, on the beat drop. We got to get ready to jump or something like that because he sends out a wave attack. I think that could be cool.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. That'd be a good mechanic to add to this game.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
maybe I just overhyped the game. I don't know, but I'll say 5 out of 10. Am I gonna play it? Probably not, but maybe if I get a group of friends.
I'll stay on the same lane I've been. 2.
Jeez.
Yeah,
It's hard to please Logan out here. Anyway, next game was Wild Frost, a tactical roguelike deck builder. I got really excited about this, but I like deck builders, so I don't know about you.
I would actually say a 5 out of 10 for this one.
Oh yeah. I said
This one looks pretty cool.
I'm at a
I like
6 because I want to be known as the nice guy of this podcast. Even
Does look
though,
cool though.
even though I ripped apart Star Wars and then begrudgingly gave it an 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really wanted to give that game a 7, but you gave it 8.5, and I was like, I don't want to be that low on it. So also, it's entirely unfair because it's just, I don't know. Maybe I don't like Lego games anymore. I don't know.
That's fair.
You called it the best Star Wars game ever. That was false.
No, I said one of the best Star Wars games, not the best. Not even close for me. You
Yeah.
already know my favorite Star Wars game. It's in my top 10.
Yeah, it's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
No. Star Wars Battlefront 2, 2005. Classic.
Dude, Fallen
That's
Order is
my
so
favorite.
good. All right, next game.
Actually, that is a game I might try to. I might give it a download again. I didn't put it on my list because I put time in it, but I might actually beat that this year.
Yeah. Next
But
game.
that might just be a false thing. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Sorry, I just.
Yeah, you're
Sorry.
good.
You can keep talking about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'll talk about that till the sun comes
No,
out. I love that game.
I'm good. We can move to the next
All
one.
right. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, or TABS, as the developer calls it for short, is a very ragdoll-ish fighter developed by Landfall Games, and it looks like it's filled with plenty of laugh-inducing combat. You can play as samurais, knights, fencers, and more in battles that feature more than 100 wobblers and/or fighters on each team. This thing looks cool.
It's fun.
Is
It's
it?
fun.
Oh, so
for
this is
Game Pass.
So this is clearly the
And-
game that you're excited about.
No,
Oh,
this is not the game I'm excited about. There's 2 other games I'm excited about. This is a game I've already played. I like it. I don't think I'd ever really pay for it, but I like it on Game Pass. I tried it on Game Pass and it's fun. It's really funny. Like it's just dumb, but it's a good time in my opinion.
Gunbrella. Coming from Devolver Digital. By the way, I'm pausing to give you a chance to step in.
I
If
know.
you okay,
You'll
okay,
know. You'll
okay.
know when.
Coming by way of developer Devolver Digital and Gato Roboto, Gunbrella is a noir punk action adventure game with lots of side-scrolling combat and platforming, and some fun traversal mechanics too. The shooter looks reminiscent of Spelunking, but more advanced because you can use the titular Gunbrella to dive, swing, dash, and dive. They said dive twice. What do they think they are? Dodgeball? Plus, you can scavenge this deteriorating world to find parts that you can use to upgrade your Gunbrella. 3.
Yeah, 3. Did you say what your hype level tabs was? I mean, I already know mine. It's
Oh,
I don't know if you ever said
I say 5 because it looks cool, but again, probably. Although
okay.
it is on
Yeah.
Game Pass, so maybe I'll download and try. But
Yeah,
I get
I think it's worth a try.
I gotta find the money for Game Pass now that a better service is out. So
Oh.
are coming out.
Jeez.
Got him.
Okay.
It's not even out yet. It won't be out for another month. So, all right. We are OFK. It is a game based off a punk band. I don't know anything about this game. I fucking zoned out when they announced this game. So, I got nothing. One.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I could say. It looks okay. Doesn't look bad. It looks like a wait. Is it like a Telltale game?
Yeah, it's an
Okay, I don't
episodically
know.
game. It's a musical biop thing. It sounds like it's doing some cool stuff where it's telling the story through the music of this band, but it's just not that nothing of that other than narrative game speaks to me.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It says new episodes will be released every single week until the story is over, so that's cool. So there's 5 episodes, so 5 weeks you get to play this game. And each episode comes with a new single from this band. So it's doing some cool stuff, but none of it really speaks to me. So, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that like this band, that are really excited about this, that play video games. Seems like a niche, but whatever.
Yeah.
Silt, developed by Spiral Circus Games, an entirely remote team. I don't know why I said that. Still takes place in a strange, oceanic world that's monochromatic and filled with puzzles galore. You'll unravel a long forgotten mystery as you explore a surreal underwater realm with strange machinery, ancient ruins, and dangerous ocean inhabitants. This looks really cool. I like this kind of. I like these kind of games. It reminds me of that game I told you to play that I spoiled for you way back.
Whatever that game was called. There was the one that was inside, and there was a game before that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God! It's
I
one.
can't remember what it's called.
It's one of my favorite indie games ever, and I can't remember what it's called. Limbo.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Limbo. Yeah.
Limbo. Yeah. Okay. I like this kind of style. Unfortunately, Trek to Yomi turns out to not be that great of a game that's in this style, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit, huh?
What did you play it?
No, just from what people said.
Oh yeah.
You got excited. I would have told you if I played it.
That's fair.
Mini Motorways.
Oh, by the way, 2 for the game. Or well, no, not 2. That's a little mean. 3 for a Silt.
I'm much higher than 3. It looked really cool. I'd say 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So none of these games I'm super excited for. Like I ain't going 9
Yeah.
with any of these games. Apparently you have 9 about a couple of them. But anyway, Mini Motorways is exactly what it sounds like. A game that takes place across multiple mini motorways. You are tasked with bringing these motorways to life, starting with a small town that eventually grows into a metropolis. As a result, you have to revisit these maps inspired by real-life cities to upgrade them with highways and more. Daily and weekly challenges aim to keep you returning to, and you can check them out yourself very soon, because it released the day this came out.
It looks like a cool graphic design project.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cool idea. Not gonna play.
Yeah, it just looks like a bare bones cities builder. That's what it reminds me like it looks like. It looks like, hey, we stripped everything out of a city builder and just added this small amount of stuff.
Well, I think the
That's what
thing
it looks
is, the
like.
city, you are not in control of this. You are just in control of building the roads, and then the city built itself off the
So
roads that you create. So
does that even sound fun though? Like just building roads?
it sounds interesting. I think I mean, one of my favorite things about city builders is actually building like the different road complexes and trying to make cool designs, and you make a cool little circle that you can put stuff in. So I think it could be interesting.
Yeah, one.
Four. Only because I'm a nice guy. Everyone remember that. Wayward Strand. Developed by. Okay, there's only two more games left, so at least I know what two games there are. So, developed by Ghostpad and Wayward Strand takes place aboard a floating hospital airship in 1970s rural Australia. You play as Casey, a teen journalist interested in the stories of the patients in this strange hospital. Each story unfolds in real time, so you'll need to decide who to talk to and when to talk to them to advance their stories. Two.
Yeah, two.
Hey, man. So I guess Logan
Yep.
talk about Cult of a Lamb and Another Crab Adventures.
So, the next game is Cult of the Lamb. Massive Monsters Cult of the Lamb. It's basically, from what I'm looking at it, it's a mix. Well, as it says right here, it's mix between Hades and Animal Crossing style, like base building mechanic. Um, yeah, I guess that's really all I need to say. It's got a really cool art style. It looks really fun. I remember before we started, you brought up this game. I didn't look at it yet, and then I finally watched the trailer on it, and it looks super cool, like really, really cool actually. So this is a game I'm 100% willing to try, and my hype level is, I guess, well, it's 9 or 10. I'll say 9, but I'm really excited for it.
I'll say a 7 because it looks like it has a really cool art design, and I like the idea of it being a roguelike Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, I think it's a untapped potential for something like this. So I'm really excited to see
And by the way,
where it goes.
I read the first sentence of the next game. I know why you're excited about it.
Yeah, you should watch the trailer for it. So the next game is Another Crab's Treasure, and this game is the first game I looked at, and man, this one caught me off guard. I really didn't expect to hear like so. It's basically a Souls-like game, or it's a Shells-like uh, Souls game, is what it says. And it's yeah, basically you're a crab, and you're trying to find treasure basically, and it's like there's bosses and enemies, and it's just like a souls like game, and it has like a cool mechanic with like how you're getting armor and like how you find like bottles and cans and etc to armor up and stuff. It looks really fun, and it looks like a really funny different version of souls like that. I haven't seen anything else do anything like this. So yeah, I'm actually pretty dang excited for this game. So I would say 9 out of 10.
I'm watching the trailer right now, so it looks super adorable. And the fact that this game is
Yeah,
a Souls light.
yeah, it's so funny. Like it just looks really good. I don't know.
Huh.
This is definitely one of those games that I'm 100% willing to try and play. Like it looks so good.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, are you actually going to play this? Because even
Oh
though,
yes,
okay,
100% I'm gonna
because
try
like,
it out.
even though I'm excited about some of the games on here, I'm probably not gonna actually play any of them. But which I feel bad about that. I do, but it is
Yeah,
what
I
it
think
is.
Cold Lamb and that would be the two games I would. This is like the first time in any indie showcase that I'm like, I might 100% go try these games. Like I'm gonna put on a list for at some point I'll probably get them. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. Um,
Well, that's cool, I guess.
so what's your altogether score
I
of the
mean,
entire indie showcase?
it's an indie show. Like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I put these things on. I watch them in the background while I'm doing other stuff. So, but it was 20 minutes in and out. Each game. They did a good job of actually explaining and showing what these games were. None of them really got me super excited or anything like that. Like you did, you had a good reaction to a couple of them. So for content wise, I'd say a 4 out of 10. But for an actual like show production wise, it's another 7. Nintendo knows what they're doing with these. They know how to show these games and get people excited for, for maybe they didn't know about it, just like you did, get people excited about a crab and a sword.
Exactly. So, I mean, obviously, I have not watched the actual presentation, but from an outside perspective and looking at the game just in general, yeah, I would say 7 out of 10, 7 or 6. Yeah, so what's in with 7? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Moving on to. Oh, sorry. Did you have anything else?
nope.
All right. Moving on to our second story. 505 Games, who is the publisher of Control, Assetto Corsa games, and Max Payne. No, wait, yeah, and the Alan Wake games. Maybe they don't have the new Alan Wake game. No, that's Epic. So I'm wrong. Anyway, they have announced next week, so this coming week, a showcase, which seems weird because I feel like they have like 3 games to talk about. So
Yeah, I
I'm,
don't know why they would need a whole showcase for that, or just that's weird. But
I don't know. Maybe oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Thank God. Maybe they want to talk about this dark fantasy RPG from the developers of Metro Dread. They want to show people what that is. Maybe a sequel to the Bloodstained game that came out. That's what people are talking about. Whatever it is, I can tell you. Maybe, hey, maybe we get Control 2. Highly unlikely considering Remedy seems to be busy with 5 different projects right now. So, but, I don't know. Maybe.
maybe they'll showcase Max Payne stuff. Hopefully, that'd be pretty cool.
Well, I don't think they own the remake.
I thought they're the ones who were working on it.
No, Remedy and Rockstar are publishing. Well,
Oh,
Rockstar's
well,
publishing
maybe
XCOM.
Rockstar's with them on the showcase. Well, I don't know.
No, it's just 505. So I mean,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna watch it because maybe there'll be something cool in it. I mean, no, there's a new RPG, so I'm gonna pay attention. Especially dark fantasy RPG. That sounds awesome. Maybe it's from the people who made Metroid Dread. So I'm not expecting like Skyrim dark fantasy, but maybe I'll see something that I like. Maybe I won't. But we'll talk about that next week. Anything else you want to say about that?
Not really. Maybe a Naughty Bear 3.
Would
That'd be
you
pretty exciting.
would you want a Naughty Bear 3?
I like Naughty Bear 1. That was actually a really fun game. I don't think I ever played the second one, but it'd be pretty cool.
All right, well, let's get into
But
the stat news.
yeah,
It's not really that bad. It sucks for my fantasy teams, for our fantasy teams. Well, not really for yours because you can drop it. I can't because someone kind of picked it, little bastard. Anyway, number
someone
three
kind of picked one of
story.
mine.
I didn't kind of pick yours.
I thought someone kind of picked Dune for me.
Oh wait, that
Good
was
work.
me. Sorry, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
To be fair, it didn't sound like this is gonna be a
Dune
good
is
game.
out too, which is a messed up thing. It is out. Like
It
it's
is.
actually able for people to play.
Yes, but it's not been released yet.
Yeah, it's not, fully released. Okay.
Oh, okay, god dang, I keep going. Well, let me go get some G Fuel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
So number
I
three,
actually need some.
Number 3 on Around the Point, Starfield and Redfall have been delayed officially to 2023. Coming from Bethesda themselves, they said, "We've made the decision to delay the launches of Redfall and Starfield to the first half of 2023. The teams at Arcane, Austin, and Bethesda Game Studios have incredible ambitions for the games, and we want to ensure you receive the best, most polished versions of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires all of us every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share our first deep dive into the gameplay for both Redfall and Starfield soon. Thank you for your support." I want to just start off with saying, even though I am disappointed by this, I'm only disappointed from the aspect of the fact that we have a fantasy draft games, and these games are on both of our lists. The outside of that, take as long as you want on these games, make them the best that you possibly can. Starfield makes a lot of sense to get delayed because it was late. We hadn't seen anything other than one CGI trailer. Redfall seems a little weird that it got delayed. I mean, you announced that for summer, and then it gets delayed all the way to the first half of 2023. that seems a little bit more out of a delay. You think if you wanted to delay that, you move Redfall back to where Starfield was, and then move Starfield out so you could still have a big game for the fall. Because as it sits right now, Xbox has nothing for the fall.
Yeah, that's the biggest disappointment in my opinion. I hope the Xbox Showcase has something, please,
Oh, I'm sure it's
because
gonna have something, but I don't know
it's
what.
just like it's been barren. Like we have nothing coming. I mean, the thing that I was really excited for, I was excited for Starfield. I mean, I wasn't like absolutely pumped, but I was excited for it. But like I knew Redfall was probably gonna get pushed back. I thought Starfield would have at least come out because Starfield's been announced like even before Redfall was. And
Yeah,
Redfall, again, I mean, both of them we've always seen CGI trailers for, but Starfield again was announced way, way back, and yet that got delayed again. I mean, I'm not mad about it; it just kind of sucks because like I wanted to see at least one big Xbox game come out, by the end of this year. That would be nice because I feel like we really haven't gotten anything in a long while. But we'll see. We have a showcase coming up, so who
I mean,
knows?
and from the statement, it sounds like we're gonna get gameplay for both these games.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
It
sure we
says coming
are.
soon, so it sounds like we're gonna get an update, and we're gonna see what these games look like and play like. Um, in a month, actually, exactly. Well, not exactly a month. A little bit under a month now, right? How does math work? Yeah,
Yeah.
under a month. So, and what's really cool is we're moving into the summer months, which is low on releases, but high on these showcases and these hype moments. So, for us who we sit down every single week and talk about video games and all the new stuff, this is going to be really exciting for us because we're going to get a lot of cool stuff to talk about and theorize and posturize about. But I'm not really let down by this. I just think it's weird that they got both of these games. I just think, I mean, Starfield I completely understand. I honestly didn't expect that game to come out. I thought it was a long shot considering like it's a that the CGI trailer showed literally nothing. At least Redfall CGI trailer showed some things. It showed like what the game could possibly. We got an idea of what the game is when it plays, and the fact that they said summer when announced that last year, it seemed like they were pretty confident. So, I just thought Redfall getting delayed completely out of 2022. I was like, oh, they were not ready at all for this. It's very akin to like God of War getting announced in 2021. It's like, yeah, we all knew
Oh
you
yeah,
were.
I knew that wasn't coming.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure that they wanted to get it out, just like I'm sure Xbox wants to get these games out. Obviously, all these studios want to get these games out when they say they do, but on the flip side of it, people are asking and begging Sony for more information on some of their games. This is the exact reason why they don't. Until they are certain that a game is going to come out, they don't like to put dates on things anymore. And Xbox doesn't
It
even
is
like to
the
put, huh?
yeah. No, no, I got you.
Yeah,
Keep
like
going.
we still don't have a date for Ragnarok, so they still say it's coming out this year. But I mean, I expect us to get a date in the next month or so for Ragnarok. So, um, at least month and a half or so. Whenever Sony decides to have a thing, I guarantee you we'll get a date. Now, whether that date ends in a 2 or a 3, I don't know. Well, let's hope it ends in a 2. If it ends in a 3, it's gonna be a sad fall for us. But hey, at least we'll get to play a bunch of games that are in our backlog. But that's the only thing that,
Exactly.
yeah, that's the only thing that I got hooked up on. I was like, huh, seems weird to push Redfall almost an entire year. Like even it comes out in the first half of 2023. That's a whole year delay for Redfall. Like, seemed like they would have been a little bit more confident on that when it hit. But maybe Arcane got hit with a bunch of COVID stuff, and this is just the repercussion of it. But um, yeah, that's it. I'm not really let down. I just thought it was weird the way it got delayed.
It's just sad seeing all these games getting delayed. Hey, at
But
least Switch is actually putting out some dates though for some games. I don't know if you've
but
seen
he
that
all right.
recently.
Here's the thing. We've always talked about this. I would rather Starfield get delayed by an entire year than come out and be Cyberpunk.
Oh no, no, I agree. It's
So
not that I'm mad that it
yeah,
just sucks because it's like, not gonna lie. I mean, what the past month or two, it's just been delay, delay, delay,
which we're gonna talk about
delay.
here shortly. So.
I know it sucks. Yeah.
So Phil Spencer did come out and say some things to the discourse around this, which I guess people were mad. I don't really know why. Like,
I mean, why get mad? Like,
I
just
don't
get
know.
over it. Like,
People
games
are
take time.
weird, man. People get mad over the stupidest things. Uh, After the show, I'll talk to you and get your opinion on something else that someone got mad at that I don't want to talk about on the show because it's a little political. But
That's fair.
Phil Spencer said these decisions are hard on teams making the games and our fans. While I fully support giving teams time to release these great games when they're ready, we hear the feedback. Delivering quality and consistency is expected. We will continue to work to better meet those expectations. Um, I actually did not really like this statement that much. I thought he should have just said that, hey, we fully support the teams, which he does, but then he also, at the same time, says, we need to work better on meeting the expectations of the fans. Like, the expectations of the fans aren't really to release a game when you say you're going to release it. It's just that when the game comes out, it's what we want it to be and the quality that you
Yeah.
have said it is. So maybe it's less that I don't like a statement and more that I don't like the people that get mad at this kind of stuff. Like I read a comment on Twitter earlier. It was, well, I guess it was yesterday. It's apparently this guy was really mad because Sony lied to us because they said that God of War was going to come out in 2021. I'm like, well, no. I'm sure they thought they could do that. Turns out they can't. So, you know,
I
uh,
think it's not a good thing to be mad about. I can understand specifically for the Xbox fan base. I know where I usually am. Um,
well, for both
I
of
can
them, like,
kind of understand, no, but even more for Xbox, why people might be slightly annoyed is the fact that do you remember all the Xbox One crap that went down? Where they announced all these games and they just got canceled or pushed back or all this. Like for
oh,
example, a
believe me,
really cool game that
Scalebound.
was Scalebound. Yeah, the
Yeah,
game that like
I will
everyone was excited for. And
never forgive Xbox for canceling
oh, I
Scalebound.
won't either. Trust me,
I
that
was so
game
excited about that
that
game. It's
was
one
just the
of
beginning of the fall of Xbox One. It just got worse from
well,
there. It was like,
the
well, the beginning
beginning,
was the beginning,
yeah,
but
the beginning was the beginning.
I
So
mean, like for the game releases,
yeah, I
that
got you.
was truly the beginning of like really people started to understand that Xbox One did not have it together. And I am an Xbox fan. Well, not really. I kind of like everything now, but I mean,
But you lean
I
more
just
towards Xbox, same as
I
I
like
lean more towards
Xbox.
Sony.
Yeah, I like
You
Xbox
know,
exclusives more, but I don't really say like, oh, Xbox is always right. Clearly, I know Xbox One was a massive failure and it really sucked and it was really depressing compared to the 360 with how many games came out on there compared to the Xbox One. And I'm kind of getting scared because of all this COVID stuff and all that we're having the same thing happen again. Like all these games getting canceled, push back, and it's like we've only had what Forza 5,
Halo.
Halo Infinite. What else? I don't think there is anything else.
I will say,
Uh,
playing devil's advocate here. While again, I don't really care too much about that these games got delayed. I'm excited for both of these games when they come out. Just for devil's advocate's sake, playing on the other side, being the Sony fan that I am. Again, I'm like Logan. I like both these studios. I want Xbox to succeed because Xbox succeeding forces Sony to succeed more, do better, or move the industry forward. Like, it doesn't do good for anybody if Xbox sucks and Sony's good, or vice versa. Like, doesn't that's bad for the industry. So, but saying that, credit to Sony, they have released quite a few first party games here in the first couple years of the PS5. But that's again, that's what they do. That's they make their money off first party games. Like, Xbox is trying to do that. At least I feel like they're trying to do. It's a new thing that they're trying to do. With really push their first party forward in the way that we haven't seen since the end of the 360 era, moving all the way through the Xbox One era. So, but I mean, that's what Sony does. Like, Sony just they have all these games lined up for years and years and years, and they have these studios working on things, and they just have that down. Like, so it's to be expected from us Sony fans that we're gonna get 2 or 3 first party games every single year, which, as we talked about last week, nine out of 10 of those releases are gonna be good. So I guess I'm spoiled.
yeah, I don't know. It's not that like man. I just think people like. I mean, again, they really, really have to knock it out of the park with this showcase because every showcase has been just drip feed of here's some more projects, here's some more projects, here's some more projects. I want to see that you have at least 2 projects almost done, like almost out the door, kind of thing. Like, because like we need to see actual stuff. So I
Well, I mean,
really hope this showcase is like top tier for them because like we need something like to show something. I get that they're now mainly focused on Game Pass, but I still want to see more exclusives come out. Like I want to see some more a game that really pushes the next gen system. Still, I'm waiting for that.
yeah, I
So
mean,
I'm really hoping that they do something. Like please, next month when this showcase comes out, which I think is June 16th,
12th.
please have our 12th, just please put something together and actually have some gameplay and actually have a release date that it's actually going to come out, because like I feel like we have not gotten any of that in the last 2 or 3 showcases other than Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5, which we've always knew that was coming out, but I want to see these other studios have something. That's what
Yeah.
I want to
I
see.
mean, I one of the reasons why I think that we will is the Captain America mantra. Like, we will because we have to at this point. Like, I know I'm not saying that as in like, Xbox is doomed if we don't. Absolutely not. Xbox is gonna live on for decades and decades because they have a shit ton of money. So, but I think they know that they need to make a big splash. They had the entire stage last year for E3, and while they were the best show at E3 last year, a lot of people still says it was an all right show. It was kind of, it was fine. It was an okay show, but it was an overall like didn't blow my socks off or anything like that. Like, we need a show full of the cyberpunk moment when Keanu Reeves walks on stage, seeing God of War for the first time in 2016 or 2017, one of those E3 ones, one of those Sony E3 ones. Like, we need moments stacked up like that. We need, at least 2 or 3 big moments that we can look back on. Like, yeah, this is when Xbox turned the corner, quote unquote, in terms of first party games. Like, I think Xbox is doing perfectly fine. They're making a bunch of money and they're doing their own thing with Game Pass and they're very successful at that. So I personally think they're doing fine. But there
Oh,
are
they are, but I just
there are a lot of Xbox games that see look on the other side and see, well, Sony got you know Horizon this year. Sony got Gran Turismo, which was a problem all to itself. But they got Returnal last year. They got Ratchet and Clank last year. They got Spider Man when it launched. Like, they've they've honestly quietly been releasing all their first party games like they always have. Like, Sony's been relatively quiet in terms of quote unquote hype levels this year, this generation, so to speak, because they announced a lot of what is still finishing coming out very early on. So I want to see a lot of hype. I want to see. You know what? I'm gonna put my foot down. I know we made our predictions last week, or our guesses of what this was gonna be and what the future was gonna be. I want Xbox to come out and have a Marvel game. I'm gonna
yeah,
non-fanboy this and say that I don't know if they'll make a better one than what Insomniac can do, but I want them to get their shot at trying to make a Marvel game.
that would be really cool.
And it's
I'd
not
be
gonna be
really down to
Wolverine
go.
because everyone thought it was gonna be Wolverine. Psych, it's not.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you gotta say about the delays? Or these delays?
No, just kind of hope something is to come.
See, I think
Hopefully,
you
good
sound.
news,
I
not all these delays.
I think you sound super sad, and I don't think you need to be that sad, man. I think it's fine.
It just sucks hearing delay after delay as of recently. I just
Yeah.
kind of want to like not hear a delay for once. Like just something like, I mean, we had Breath of the Wild 2 delayed. Now Starfield delayed.
Speaking of
Delayed.
delays, let's go to our fourth story where we are going through a list of every game delayed in 2022, starting with Stalker 2 Hearts of Chernobyl, which got delayed from April 28th to December 8th, and probably still not coming out on December 8th, but we'll see. Ugh. I know you're excited about this game. Do you think it's coming out this year?
If it does not, please, please come out this year. I hope so. I think what they delayed it mostly because of the you know fiasco. Well, not fiasco,
Well,
but the
originally it
thing in the
was
world.
just delayed because of the delay. But well, I guess April 28th. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it could be because of
That's what I heard the first time, but I don't know. Maybe that could have just been,
maybe.
people saying things to say things. I hope it does. This would be a big game for Xbox. I mean, I'm personally really excited for this. I really hope you guys aren't mean, and if I try to put this back on my list, you guys don't try to steal it from me. Because I thought I heard it was delayed. Someone told me it was delayed out of this year already, so I took it off my list. But I guess it's not. It's in December 8th now.
It's not officially delayed off the list, but I mean, it
But
was.
a December 8th release is already a scary thing to say because like that means the only now delay I know for sure is this year is that Hogwarts Legacy. That game is definitely not coming out this year. There's just no
I don't
doubt
know,
about it.
man. I don't know if there's no doubt. I think there's a long shot, but that could be a part of Sony's showcase. Sony's for somehow has been very close to this game, and you know, that could be a part of the showcase. We get a small little trailer since we already got the state of play on it, and then we get to see it come out. Who knows?
That would be really cool. I
So
would like that.
next game, King Arthur Knight's Tale. Don't know anything about this game. Don't remember it. It got delayed because of the pandemic.
Uh,
So
oh, it was released on Steam Early Access last January.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dying
That's
Light
already like
Dying Light 2 Nintendo Switch got delayed indefinitely to be announced at a later date. I honestly don't know how they would pull this one off because the visual design of Dying Light is pretty dense in terms of like.
they got Dying Light 1 on there somehow. I
Well,
don't know how they did
yeah,
that.
but Dying Light 1 is, but I guess, hey,
Yeah,
The Witcher 3 runs on the Switch. I mean, it's not the best
exactly.
it's not the best version to play it on though, but Call of Duty Warzone Pacific and Vanguard Season 2 got delayed from February. Oh, it's 7 days. Why am I reading that?
Yeah.
Life is Strange Remaster Collection for the Nintendo Switch also got delayed indefinitely. Seems like a lot of Switch games got delayed, so. Anything else you want to talk about? So, yeah, the Suicide Squad delay. Martha is Dead. That game got shit on when it came out. I think the biggest one for us, obviously, is co-op campaign. I still have no clue how this co-op campaign hasn't come out yet. Like,
Yeah, that
I
and
don't get it.
Battlefield still not having a season 1 till this summer.
Battlefield still doesn't have scoreboards. What are you talking about? Actually,
I think
I
they
think,
did. I
I
don't know.
think
I
they
haven't
do
been on
now.
there in a
I'm just
long
talking.
while.
I'm talking shit about them. So
Honestly, if they came out with a thing like Cyberpunk saying, "Could we get a refund?" I would do. I
yeah,
would be taking that refund right
yeah.
now.
I told you it wasn't very. I did call it out more.
I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. This
That's
is
true.
like altogether by far the worst of the worst
I mean,
situation they
but
could have.
honestly, like, do you still enjoy playing the game? Like, just the
I haven't
general
played it in a
gameplay?
while,
Yeah, I know, but
so
like, just the
don't
actual
know.
gameplay of itself. Like, do you still relatively enjoy it though?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty fun. It's just the longer you play it, the more the whole specialist system starts to creep in, and it starts to become more of like Call of Duty in a sense because you're just all lone wolfing it. And at the beginning, it didn't seem that bad because everyone seemed to work together more and more. But now, like if you play it now, like it's just gotten so bad. And now basically most of the servers are just filled with bots and people, so because they can't even get enough people to play it anymore. And the only thing that really keeps it together, in my opinion, is the portal mode. Portal mode is really good and really fun and an amazing idea. Which again, I don't know how they had all these great ideas other than the specialist system, and then just completely butchered this game. Like I think this is probably worse than Hardline. Hardline was also a horrible Battlefield game that no one talks about because it came out, didn't do good at all, and then it just kind of disappeared out of people's mind.
It seems like every time a developer or studio tries to make a game without a single player, it sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't understand that
Black
because
Ops
it's
4.
it's a less development time. It honestly feels like they want more development time for the multiplayer and then just overthink everything about the multiplayer, and it sucks,
Yeah,
which is weird. Anyway, Advance
true.
Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp delayed from April 8th to a later date. This one's kind of sad because I'm very excited about these games, but hopefully we get to play them this year sometime.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much to talk about here. I guess,
I'm just gonna
to be
keep reading
honest.
through and see. Exo Mecha, the one that you were excited for some reason, apparently got delayed as well. Remember that FPS mech game that Sony announced during one of their state of plays from Capcom?
Oh, that weird bug one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delayed apparently. Roller Champions, Ubisoft's free to play roller derby inspired. That's a sentence I never thought I was gonna read. Got delayed to late spring, so coming out here shortly. Obviously, Breath of the Wild 2, 2 Point Campus. That's one that both you and myself are looking forward to, I think. Witcher 3 Next Gen delayed infinitely. The day before is a big one. I'm very excited about this game. Open world survival
I
MMO. I can't, dude.
keep your hopes very low for this game.
Really? Dude, this is one.
Yeah, it looks super good, but I watched this one channel that's do that. It it's just a lot of, I don't know, like I wouldn't expect much from this game.
I don't know,
I don't know.
man. It's the most wish listed game on Steam. I'm a part of that.
Yeah, I mean it's coming to Xbox supposedly, which I'm excited about. So maybe we could play together.
Probably
Comes
not.
out.
As I
Well,
mean,
that's true.
if it's crossplay, I'm probably gonna play on my PC because it's not coming to
Well, yeah,
PlayStation. I
yeah.
don't
If it
think
does
so.
crossplay, though, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I don't want to talk about anything else. Do you? You good?
no, not really.
Okay. Delays are fine. People stop bitching about delays. Very few games have ever gotten worse because of a delay. So stop complaining and just go play something else until the game that you want to play comes out. Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Moving on to our fifth story. Let's talk shit about Gotham Knights and maybe mention some good things. I'm going to mention some good things. I'm sure Logan's going to talk a lot of shit. The gameplay demo came out for Gotham Knights and it lit the world on fire, let me tell you. Everybody in the world had everything bad that they could come up with to say about this game. Logan, before I talk about any of the good stuff, before we talk about any of the bad stuff, what was your reaction to this?
Oh man. Um, about what I expected. It looks. Oh God, just that one scene where Red Hood jumps in, and they're like throwing like over 3,000 punches into that one dude. I already felt like, man, this is gonna be one of those games. Like that dude was so spongy, that big dude in the trailer. I'm like, this looks so dumb. Like, did Batman train a bunch of weaklings or something? Like, did they throw very weak punches? I guess.
Well, to be
Yeah.
fair, I mean, they are fighting the Court of Owls, and the Court of Owls is, if you don't know anything about the Court of Owls, easily one of Batman's most ferocious foes. Like Talon actually beat Batman in the Court of Owls storyline. Didn't like beat him like Bane did. Didn't like break his back or anything, but like he won the fight. So like Talon, and especially the Court of Owl Talons, which there's actually multiples of them, but like the actual main Talon that you see in the Court of Owl storyline is no fucking joke. He can go toe to toe with Batman anytime, anywhere. So, to
I
be
won't lie
fair,
though, I didn't watch the whole gameplay trailer though.
okay.
I
Well,
got halfway through and I was already like, hmm.
I've watched it 3 times. All right, I told you I'm very excited about this game. I think this game I still think this game has potential. Um, Red Hood looks like the worst character developed of all time, which is fine.
Yes.
I don't care about
Yeah.
I don't care about
Yeah,
Red
his
Hood.
dumb attacks, dude. Pew 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 pew. Like he just
Yeah,
like it looked like he was doing nothing. I'm like, are you serious? Like, does he have BB guns?
honestly,
Like Nerf
he
guns?
looked very similar to the way Deadpool plays.
Yeah.
He was doing like bending backwards and doing these shoots. Also, his double jump or his skip air jump, whatever the apparition jump. That's dumb. That's not a power he ever has had ever. Like at least the glider looked like something Nightwing would have, even though he looked like he played Fortnite and designed the glider around the Fortnite glider. But
Yeah.
um, I think the game looks fine. Um,
Did they aren't they using the same engine from like Arkham Knight,
well, I hope not,
right?
because the game looks way worse than Arkham
Because
Knight.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah,
The game
like
looks terrible.
it's almost like they like forgot to ask like, "Hey, can we like borrow your, combat system and then maybe make our own tweaks to it?" Because like, god, dude, the freaking combat looks so sluggish. Like it looks like literally Avengers with how its freaking combat is,
Yeah, I
bro.
know,
Like
which is one of the
it's
reasons why I'm
not
excited
good at
about it,
all.
because I'm stupid. I'm stupid, and I
Like
like this. To be fair, all right. So there's two things to a combat system. There's the actual interaction that you as a player do with the enemies, and then there's the subdermal interaction that you as a player try to make things look cool. And this is very popular in Assassin's Creed, especially in Assassin's Creed Unity. Like you can very easily run straight in Assassin's Creed Unity with the parkour system and get there. But there is this whole other aspect of you want to do it in the coolest looking possible way. And I think that is a major part of the Avengers combat system is you can hit square and be semi-successful. Or you can learn the combos for each character, learn the best ways to play each character, deck them out in different ways, whether it be ranged, melee, uh, uh, um, a tank build. You can do a lot of the other stuff. You don't need to, but you can if you want it to. I don't know if that's
yeah, this
like,
looks worse than what I expected it to be.
oh, it looks way
Like
worse than I expected it to
I
be.
already didn't have I already didn't have high expectations for this game. Then you told me all that stuff. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. And then I've seen that they're basically making Avengers, but for Batman. Like really uncommon in that gear now. Ooh, no wonder it probably took him 1,000 hits to kill that dude because probably their gear they were wearing was not strong enough.
Yeah.
Why can't people just make a fun co-op game without having to put gear systems in it? Like, just let people play as the Batman people and have fun with it. There's ways you could do progression other than just having gears and gear system. Like, it's dumb. I uh, like I could probably get past the bad gameplay, but now that I mean, now I'm starting to look at this a little bit more because I did miss a few parts of this. Um, yeah, now I see the freaking gear system. Like, what? Why is there a gear system? Aren't they coming out with Suicide Squad? Isn't Suicide Squad supposed to be doing this already? Like, why are they having two of the same kind of games come out by the same publisher? You know,
Yeah.
like why? It's like the Breakpoint and Division 2 thing all over again. This is
Just think,
the
one of them, like, just like that. One of them's a good game, one of them's not a good game. So I think we're both gonna,
yeah.
like, I don't like Division 2 as a game, but I know it's a good game. Whereas I know Breakpoint's kind of a shit game. So,
Well, actually, Breakpoint when you play it now with
well, yeah,
the
but
gear
now,
system taken out, it is a much better
yeah,
game
but now,
compared to what it
now
used to be.
doesn't count.
Well, not now. It was actually like a couple months after.
Okay,
So,
it still doesn't count. The game came out in 2020.
but yeah, but still, I mean, I could still like the game and think it's better
I
than
I know you can.
Division One.
I wasn't saying you couldn't like the game.
Wow, dare you? But yeah, no, it looks yeah.
I'm gonna buy
Uh,
this, and you know what?
I
Funny.
actually you got me excited when we talked about this last, and
I
then
still think
I
as
had hope.
I still think as a single player game, it has potential. If you don't want to play with your friends and you just want to explore um, Gotham City and um, take out these enemies and hopefully the story's good and well done and all that, I still think it has potential. I'm stumbling over my words in there because I'm trying to defend it and it's very hard to defend, so I'm stumbling a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah. Well,
my biggest disappointment with the visuals, like when we first got that first when we got that first little gameplay trailer with Batgirl. Am I lying, or did this thing look 10 times better a year ago? That first
I
gameplay
honestly wouldn't be
trailer,
surprised.
You should look. You should watch it because
I'm gonna look it up right now. Wait.
that first gameplay trailer with Batgirl from DC Fandom last year, that thing looked cool. The lighting was awesome. The way that the cape moved, the way that the snow interacted, the game looked like a slight upgrade from Arkham Knight. Not a very big upgrade. It still never really looked next gen, but the game looked significantly better than whatever this fucking thing was that they just gave us. I'll let you.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, right? I'm not crazy, right?
Um, it doesn't look exceptionally better, but it definitely does look better. I can tell there's some big differences in a sense, but it's not as big as I was expecting it to be when you were talking about it. But it definitely looks better.
Maybe I'm
But it's
misremembering.
also because this looks like an actual single player video game without a gear system, and then they must have just shoved in gear system last minute and said, "Well, we
No,
gotta
to
make
be
our
fair,
game
they
so
always
big."
told us what this game was. We just saw it and realized, hey, it plays like
Didn't you say
Avengers.
it was a co-op game where you play with people and you drop in and out?
Yeah, you still can. It's a single
Yeah,
player
well,
focused game where you
but I
can.
forgot to mention the gear system.
No, they told us there was going to be a gear system in.
I thought when we talked about this last time, that wasn't brought up with a gear system. Because
Maybe.
I told you, because you're like, I'm not excited for Suicide Squad because it's going to be, like that kind of game.
No,
That's what this is.
no, I'm
This is the
not.
same thing.
I'm not excited for Suicide Squad because I think they're making the wrong game. But I want them to make a
Well, they're
Superman
definitely
game.
making this game the wrong game too.
They're making
Because
both
honestly,
wrong games, okay? But you know
yeah,
what?
like honestly,
It is a superhero game, and I'm going to play it. I guess if I really want it, if I really want my single player superhero games, I got Insomniac next year to back me up. So we get Spider Man next year. So God, we get Spider Man next year, dude. That's so exciting.
yeah, I'm excited for that game.
Well, you better be excited for that game. Speaking
Again,
of excitement, here you go. This is finally what you wanted. This is next gen only. They canceled the last gen version of these games. So apparently, this game that looks worse than the game that came out on last gen from 2015 can't run on
yep,
last gen.
yep, that makes so much.
Oh my
Yeah,
fucking god, video games, dude. Why do we love something that sucks so much right now?
yeah, okay, you're wrong. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're right. I watched this show. They're showing the stupid gear system and it works. Look at my green uncommon armor I'm wearing, fighting these level 10 thugs.
To be fair, some
God, I hate this.
I'm not going to defend the armor system because I don't. There's
It's
nothing to defend
so
about it.
dumb. It's such
However,
a cash-in dumb idea. I hate it.
at least they changed the way the character looks in this one. You got to give them props. They fixed that one thing from Avengers. The gear actually changes the way the characters look.
I personally would have just rather it had been a co-op fun game where you collect outfits and you could just wear whatever outfit you want to
Yeah,
be
I
whatever
would.
you want.
I mean, you wanted
So much better.
another Arkham game or another
Yes,
Spider-Man game. So
but with friends.
yeah.
Like that sounds like the perfect game. An Arkham Knight game, but with friends. That's literally what I was hoping for this to be, but
Hey,
nope, it's not.
if that's what Suicide Squad is, I'd be cool with that. But also, you got to think, if you're trying to make this game co-op, like how does the longevity of that last? There has to be something to keep you playing.
The campaign.
But like once the campaign's over,
Then you're done. You beat the
no,
game.
that's not how video games work anymore, man.
Well,
You
that
gotta
sounds like
play. They gotta keep you playing for 2 to 3 years.
well, that's a dumb idea. So you're saying every campaign game that has two people, and that's like the market thing. Like if there's more than one person, you have to make it to where it lasts 2 years.
Nowadays,
Does that
yeah.
make any sense?
By the way, I'm being
Not really.
facetious. I'm being
Oh,
facetious
okay.
if you haven't figured it out yet.
I was like, come on, man. Like
But no,
what?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what game developers are doing right now. Name
Like
one game that's co-op that isn't designed to be played for multiple years while that gets like supports and all the stuff and is designed to keep you spending money and keep you playing. That's the way the video game industry is right now. I hate every second of it. I was being a guy, being a quote unquote fan of Avengers. I am, but like, I don't give the game that much money.
just I was really excited when you talked about it last time. I guess I didn't really remember you talking about the gear system. Now that I know the gear system's in there, it just yeah. And now even seeing the gameplay. it's even worse. Like this actually looks really good, the gameplay from the first one.
Dude, I know.
And then I've seen the new one, and it's like, did they fire all the people that made Arkham Knight and just rework the entire combat system? Because it looks 1,000 times worse than the first gameplay trailer. Like the first gameplay trailer, but again, I guess it's the same thing for the Division. I don't know if you've seen the first Division gameplay trailer, and then you see the newest one. That's what they did too in that game. That's what this is basically doing. It showed this trailer, hyped everybody up, seen the cool fighting styles that Batgirl's doing, and then now you see the new one, and it looks like they're just like everything just looks so janky and weird. And the fact that now I did hear about it being not on last gen, but I didn't really take a deep look into the new gameplay trailer. Now seeing the graphics, how does it not run on the last gen consoles? Because I mean, Arkham Knight looks better, and that was on the last gen consoles.
Hey, you know
So
what? They could get Cyberpunk to run on PS4. They can get
yeah,
this game.
yeah, they
Uh,
definitely could.
I was joking, by the way, because it didn't actually run.
I know. It's
So,
just so bad.
all right, let's move
So
on. It does look really bad, but I'm still excited about it. Hey, and you know what? I asked Peyton if I should spend $300 on the collection edition because that statue looks fire as hell, but she told me no, and I'm glad she told me no because I didn't actually want to spend the money. But if she would have told me, I don't care, I probably would have spent $300 on the collection edition for this fucking game.
that's fair.
Have you seen that statue?
I have not.
Okay, as we're talking about the next thing, I'll send it to you in Discord. All right.
Okay.
All right, so moving on to our sixth story, EA is teasing 4 new games to be released in 2023. Plus, we finally got a release date for the Dead Space remake. So, of these 4 games, we get a major IP, a partner title, a remake, and a sports title. So, what do you think these could be?
Wasn't the remake just gonna be the Dead Space remake?
But apparently, these are unannounced games.
Really?
It says, including a planned major IP as well as an unannounced remake. Like, we already know Dead Space. By the way, for those of you wondering, Dead Space comes out in January. Can't wait. God, I can't wait. It'll be the first EA game that I buy since Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, Dead Space has actually got a release date?
Yeah, that's literally the part of the
Oh.
story that I just read. It's in January.
Well, I mean, I didn't know for sure it was coming out this year or not. With
Yeah.
delays.
Yeah, but it looks like there's a second remake of an EA property, which I don't know what it could be. Probably a Star Wars game, honestly.
I think the partner is definitely Star Wars. The major IP, I guess, Medal of Honor,
Oof. Ooh.
or
I mean, they just came out with a Medal of Honor game last year. It was that VR game that people said was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
yeah.
I don't know why they're saying sports title. Like, no, we get a shit ton of sports titles, but maybe they're saying a new sports title.
What's the new sports title? Whoa. Esports.
Well, there's the new FIFA game because remember it's not called FIFA anymore.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like they make an esports EA game and you play as the people playing the games. Ugh.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of sounds hype. Like you play as like the biggest esports teams. That's
Yeah, like they got all the people that put it in the dice, whatever Frostbite engine.
dude, that'd be kind of fire. Like you play a esports sports tech game where like
Yeah.
you have to go as your team and train and all that. I don't know how they would do that because the licenses and all that. You obviously can't play Call of Duty, but like imagine if they made like a very, you know,
Like basic games.
yeah,
and
like basic
everything.
like RTS or basic FPS or hero shooter or things like that, just very basic, and you got
Every
to
player
play 'em.
has their own like
Stats and everything.
yeah, like
Yeah.
stats and specialities and everything. It could work.
Sounds kind of cool. Hey, EA, if you're listening,
Yeah.
make that game because I might actually play it.
So I can't wait to get the loot box to get my I don't even know any of the famous players, but get
Ninja.
my tie. Oh yeah, Ninja.
I don't
Get
actually
Ninja
think he's an
Star.
esporter.
No,
I
he's
just think he's
definitely
like
not.
he's just
definitely
a
not,
content
no.
creator. Yeah, I have no clue what any of these players are. I don't watch esports, but
I get Shroud. I think Shroud's one.
Shroud's
So
one
yeah,
of
you
them.
get
Yeah,
like
yeah. Well, there's
a 5-star card and it's Shroud
hell yeah,
as an
man.
esport player.
I'll
Yeah.
yeah. I'll put him on my ultimate team.
All the ultimate.
My esports ultimate team.
Uh,
My Shroud is my team
well,
leader.
it's confirmed then. Esports is the new sports title.
Yeah. EA
That's
Sports.
fun.
Dude, that's the title. EA Sports, Esports. That's the title.
Yeah.
2023.
Yep. It's confirmed. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. All right, so what do you think this remake is?
Dude, the only things I can think of is either Medal of Honor. I know they um other than that, what else could they remake? I mean,
I
what
don't know.
else
EA
has EA
owns
made that has not
E-
made in years?
EA owns so much stuff. Like I have no clue what they could.
Or maybe they're low on money. Battlefield didn't do as well, and they're remaking one of the Battlefield games,
Maybe.
which would be really messed up since they still haven't even finished what they've been doing with 2042.
I
But it
mean,
is EA,
you gotta
nonetheless.
think
Money hungry people.
major IP. We know Dragon Age is incoming whenever that actually makes it out. We know Mass Effect is incoming whenever that makes it out.
I guess it could be a Dragon Age.
I mean, Dragon Age 4 is probably coming out first. Not probably. I'm pretty sure they've already said that's coming out first. But so I mean, we gotta hear something from Dragon. I've been waiting to hear from Dragon Age for 4 years now, man. They teased it. I guess it was 2020. Wasn't it Game Awards 2020 that we heard about it? And then we've been getting some
So.
leaks. We've been getting
I
some leaks
know,
about the new Mass Effect. So
and I heard that like basically Shepard, it's gonna be. What the heck was that?
what?
That was weird. Sorry, I heard a weird noise.
I clicked on my mouse.
Oh, but yeah, no. I guess I mean, I did hear Shepard's not gonna come back in the new Mass Effect. That's one thing that I heard seen on a story.
Well,
I clicked on one of the stories.
well, there was a little bit of a link that it appeared that Shepard was coming back, but no, they've officially said that he's not back, which makes sense because
Yeah,
he's not alive.
done though.
He can be alive if you do a lot in the games. He can be alive, but he's not alive. So
Yeah.
ooh, sports title. Duh! I don't know why I didn't think about this. We're finally getting NCAA.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
We know they've been working on it. We don't know when it's coming out. By the way, that wasn't my idea. I was watching the video on the site, and the college NCAA came on. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh, what would be the remake then, though?
Well, I said, yeah, I don't know what the remake could be. I have no clue. They have so many freaking properties. I have no clue.
Unless again they just put this on here and it just means Dead Space, because like that's the only one I could really think of that has been talked about at all.
No, they said EA said a unannounced remake.
Need for Speed.
A remake of Need for Speed.
Could be.
Man, if they make dude, can you imagine Underground remake? That'd be fire. Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
They could do it.
they would probably they would probably remake Underground 2 for the open world, because Underground 1 was not an open world. You remember, it was you just clicked on a screen and did the race. So shit was fire though. That freaking menu, boom boom boom. I'll just listen to that for hours, dude. All right, you want to move on? I kind of want to move on.
Yeah.
All right. So, along with EA, the new name for Star Wars Jedi 2 apparently got leaked. Reported by Jeff Grubb, who is an insider. He reports a lot of things. Now, granted, this is still rumored / unconfirmed, but the rumor is the name of the sequel is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I think this is kind of a cool name. I like the name. I think
Hopefully it survives to its third sequel.
What?
I said hopefully it survives to its third sequel.
What do you mean, the game or the character?
I think that's the true meaning of the name. They hope it survives for a third game because EA is known for killing all their new IPs by their second game.
Okay, first of all, you gotta. If we're gonna talk shit on Ubisoft for all the current things that they're doing, we gotta give EA some credit. They've been doing a lot of good stuff recently. We're getting a Dead
Yeah,
Space remake.
no,
We
I
got
am.
it.
I'm
We
into
got It Takes Two. They were making the Star Wars games that we want. Finally, I know you didn't love Jedi, but most of us Star Wars fans did love Jedi. So, um, like they're making the games that we want. Also, I think I heard something that there's not going to be another Battlefront game. So
No, I already know because, well, for the first thing, it failed at the very beginning, but by the end, when they actually fixed everything and added all that new content, everybody really started to love it, and then they cut it just like that. Right when everybody was like
yeah,
at its prime, they're like,
I
"Cut
heard
it!
about
No,
that.
never mind. Since Battlefield 5 is gonna die, we can't have this game going past it, so just cut it." And then they made Battlefield 2042. Yep,
Anyway,
that's the story.
I think I think the name is kind of cool. You know, obviously the first one, Fallen Order, it's dealing with the fall of the Jedi Order, and you kind of as a character attempting to rebuild that. And now Star Wars Jedi Survivor, you are obviously one of the lone survivors of the Order. Also begs the question: maybe in this game, do we get a little Obi-Wan in there? He's alive. This is canon. Can we get a little
Yep.
Obi-Wan in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order? Sorry, Survivor? Question mark.
Well, we'll see in the Obi-Wan trailer. Maybe they'll connect that. Possibly.
No, I'm just saying, like, maybe he just shows up in here. I think it's highly unlikely. I think it'd be cool to have, like, a Cameron Montague, um, a little Easter egg for, oh my god, I cannot remember. Cal Kestis. There we go. A little
Yeah.
little Easter egg. But I think it's more likely we get an Obi-Wan little boom thing in this game than we get a live action Cal Kestis in Obi-Wan. I think they probably, even though yes, it is a part of the story, it's confirmed to be canon. They probably want to keep the video game canon characters separate from the live action, so they'd be more willing to bring in an Obi-Wan to the video game than bring Cal Kestis to live action.
That's
Personally,
fair.
personally, that's just what I think would be. You know, they would be more willing to do. Disney, I'm talking about, obviously not EA. EA be willing to do anything. So anything that makes them money. Anything else? I know you're probably not excited about this game because you didn't like the first Jedi, but I am so stoked for this game.
Yeah, not super excited, but I'll still keep my eye on it.
All
I
right.
want to beat the first one. It's just you know.
Speaking of things that I'm excited about, let's go to movie talk. Movie talk obviously is a portion of the news where we talk about, well, movies and TV shows. So, first story, our first little thing, I guess. Top Gun Maverick. Reviews have started to come out, and apparently this is a really good movie, which I'm so excited for. God, when I started seeing the reviews come out, granted, reviews on everything, they're not the ifto factor of whether I'm going to go see a movie. I was going to go see this movie whether it came in at a 20 or currently it sits at a 97 on Tomato Meter. 97, Logan.
It's pretty crazy.
That's fucking ridiculous. Top Gun is at a 97.
Was any of the other ones that high?
I mean, this is only the second one, so I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I didn't know. I don't know. I haven't seen any of.
You haven't seen
Got no.
Top Gun?
No, I've never seen Top
Bro,
Gun.
we're watching that this weekend. No, because I wanted to watch it again anyway. Top Gun is, dude, it's the quintessential 80s action movie. I can't believe you've never seen Top Gun. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never seen it.
By the way, I'm looking it up right now, and it got a. Okay, that's some bullshit. It's at a 57. Fuck off, Tomato.
Damn, that's a huge jump from the
It's
first
at a
to
it's
the
at an
second one.
83 audience score. What you want to know? What's funny? So the people who giving it a 97, or they gave it a 97 because they say it harkens back to the feelings that the first movie gave you. Then you're gonna give the first movie a fucking 57, 53, whatever. Dude,
Yeah,
reviewers
that
make
was
reviewers make no sense. Anyway,
when
I'm
did
just
the
saying,
first one come out?
85, 86.
Wouldn't it be kind of ironic that these critics are just the fans from the old and they finally grew up and they're like, finally, a second one came out. We liked it. So,
86,
yeah,
yeah.
it's actually good.
1986.
Yeah, what if these are just the fans?
Dude,
They came back. They
we
grew up. They finally.
we're watching Top Gun when you come in this weekend.
Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's so good. Like it's just your 80s. It is the best 80s action movie you've ever seen. Like I don't think it gets any better. Maybe Predator, maybe, but like Top Gun is like there's so many iconic scenes. The volleyball scene. Oh god, the volleyball scene. So good. Anyway, did you get a chance to see the Resident Evil teaser?
Yes.
What'd you think about it?
It's weird.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
it's it's not what I expected, but it's
Well, you know, it's weird. I know for a fact I've seen that trailer before, like a year ago. Did they have a teaser that came out like a year ago thing?
uh I mean the only teaser they had was like a
Because that teddy bear thing, very familiar. Like,
I think they had like a short like 15-second teaser last year at that Netflix con or FlixCon, whatever they call it. Their little show
then that might have been it.
their little
Because, like, yeah,
showcase
I
that
was
they
just,
have, so
yeah, that could have been it. Because, like, yeah, I remember seeing that teddy bear. And I'm like, man, I feel like I've seen this before. Um, but yeah, it looks like another Korean show. I mean, it seems like Netflix really loves coming out with a lot of Korean shows as of late. So yeah,
what
another one for the books.
are you talking about? It's American.
I thought it was Korean.
No.
I thought someone talked about that being it was a Korean made show.
No. What are you
Wait,
talking about, dude? Did you
I could have sworn it was literally like I literally watched a video. I care to watch the trailer. It looked okay. I watched a good portion of it, but I was like, I thought it was
Well, never
a
mind.
Korean made
Maybe
show.
I am wrong. Yeah, cuz the actors and actresses they do not sound American. Other than the guy playing Wesker. So maybe I'm wrong. Oh my bad. I
So it
will
is Korean.
I guess so, but I could have sworn the
It definitely, yeah, no, I agree with that. I was like, wait, these actors don't even look like they're, but yeah, wait, I feel like I'm getting, I might be, it may not be Korean, but it may not be American.
it says country of origin, United States, language English.
Huh. Well, then I don't know. I think I watched it on somebody's channel and I watched the trailer as well. And
I mean
I thought they said something about it being,
there was the oh shit, the animated one that came out last year.
maybe that was it. I don't know. I know I did watch a good portion of this trailer though. Um, I know I'm not like exactly excited for it. I think even the animated movie or show that came out was pretty bad
Yeah, it
for
wasn't good.
Resident Evil. Yeah, it was disappointing. I was really excited for that, and then it was so disappointing. It was just weird.
Okay,
Huh.
so I just realized
Well,
that.
I would like to redact my statement. I was wrong. So, but yeah, I'm not exactly excited for it. It looks really weird. Um, It's definitely got a weird style to it. Definitely doesn't seem like it's following the same storyline as any of the Resident Evil stuff, other than there's zombies. So, um, yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
um,
And it's weird.
yeah, oh yeah, it is 100% weird, but I don't know. I watched it and I was kind of confused. I was like, what was that? I mean, obviously it's Resident Evil. It's got zombies in it. It's got well, zombies in it, I guess, and
Yeah.
it's got Umbrella and it. Seems like Umbrella's doing some weird shit, so who knows? But yeah, I was overall kind of just like, okay, that that happened. We'll see what all that means, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty indifferent about it, even though I am quote unquote excited about it. I'm not like through the roof excited about it, but um, yeah, we'll just say I'll watch it when it comes out. How about that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely plan on watching it because it's Resident Evil, and I usually watch most things that are Resident Evil. And I like zombie stuff, so I'm always curious. Even if this does something wildly different and it happens to be good, then that's awesome. But yeah, I'm curious to also just see how it connects to the whole Resident Evil name itself, other than that there's an umbrella logo on their outfits and bottles and etc. Um, but yeah, I guess we'll see.
We
Definitely.
we will hopefully see it. I don't know when it comes out next year, but so all right, moving on. Got some MCU stuff for you here. That cameo at the end of Doctor Strange 2, she's a confirmed character now. I don't know who thought she wasn't a confirmed character, but she is a confirmed character. Do you know anything about this character? By the way, keep things spoiler free. So, but do you know anything about her?
No.
Okay. Well, neither do I. But um, currently in the comics, she's important. I'm just gonna say that she's just important. That's all I'm gonna say. All right.
That's fair.
All right. Also, I wanted to throw this next story in because I know you have a problem with Kamala's powers, and I wanted to show you what Kevin Feige said about it. We adapt the comics. It's not an exact translation. That's what he said.
So basically, you're saying, okay, here's the thing. You're saying that, like, yeah, all the MCU, they've adapted from the comics. But you know what all of them have in common? They all have the same powers that they had in the
Yeah,
comics.
pretty much. Yeah.
But this one is not an adaptation. This is a complete change. The person is the same. Yes, that is one variable that you have kept the same, and that she is about the same age as she is from the comics. So two variables, but her powers, and probably even her intro to how she got the powers, probably going to be completely different.
He
And
also
I don't think that's really just a pure adaptation. That's like a complete change, in my opinion. But who knows? Again, gonna watch it no matter what. I still think it's dumb that they changed her powers.
he
Just
went
why?
he went on to say what we
Yep.
will learn
Sorry.
about where those. No, you're fine. You're fine. He said what we will learn about where those powers come from or how they come about is specific to the MCU. You will see great comic splash panels in some of our action sequences. If you want if you want big, giant hands and arms, well, they're here in spirit. If not, in stretchy, plastic type ways. Well, that's a backward ass comment.
I know, right?
I'm still excited about this show, but yeah, this is a dumbass thing to say. We adapt the comics. It's
We
not.
adapted from the comics. Yeah, like all the rest of the MCU. No, the rest of the MCU, yes, did a different storyline, but everybody's the same person they were. So I don't. I just think it's so dumb. Again, I'm gonna watch it no matter what, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not excited for it at all.
Yeah. I mean, my excitement isn't up or down from this time. I just think it's a dumbass thing to say. Like, well, we adapt. It's not an exact translation. Well, no shit, we adapt, but it's still different than anything we've ever seen the character do before. So it's not even an adaptation of that character, other than the fact that she's named the same. So I just think that's a really stupid ass thing to say. You know?
Like it's basically them saying, well, yeah, I don't know. It's just yeah. That really didn't help them.
No, it didn't help. I mean, I'm able to just kind of forget about it and be like, well, that was a dumbass thing to say. But it's definitely not the smart thing to say, you know? It's like, oh,
No.
everyone who has any criticisms, like, well, just get over it. We're not doing your
Yeah,
thing.
just
We're doing our
get
thing.
over. We're not doing your thing. Yeah.
So,
Uh,
anyway, the IGN put up a list and ranked the top 25 MCU heroes. So I wanted to go through this list, see if we agree or disagree very quickly. Don't want to spend too much time on it, but we can just chit chat a little bit about where we think these people should or shouldn't be. So, do you have it pulled up?
yep.
All right, at number what the fuck was that?
What?
At number 25, Miss Scarlet Witch Wanda Maximoff. By the way, you can stop me anytime you have something to say. At number 24, Miss Valkyrie, also known as Brunhilde. Did you know that she was called Brunhilde? Because I did not.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I just knew her as Valkyrie. I guess I missed the line. So, by the way, it's good that Valkyrie is in front of Wanda Maximoff, but I think they're both very low. Number
Yeah.
23, Shiri, who should be behind both of the previous ones we mentioned.
Oh yes.
Number
Yeah.
22, Clint Barton, which yeah,
Yeah, I think that's about right.
yeah, you take out Hawkeye and he's a little lower, but I mean like the actual
Oh,
show. You like the show
boy, I
Hawkeye.
have something to say. Oh, I'll wait till you get to the person. Never mind. He does not deserve to be in that spot.
Number 21, Rocket the Raccoon. That's fine. Number 20, Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Number 19, Sam Wilson, Falcon and Captain America. Are you
He
really?
needs to be behind Hawkeye. He needs to be behind him. He is not that good of a character at all. And I know you like the Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, I liked it. I didn't love it, but
That makes me even more want him to be behind Hawkeye.
I mean,
He's just not a good character. I don't
Yeah.
like him. He's not interesting. He's really boring. And even as Captain America now, he's still boring. Nothing will make him more exciting.
see, I don't think it's boring. I like seeing him in his home and his, with his sister and dealing with his family stuff. I like seeing a more human side to him. Honestly, that's the reason why I liked the show. You saw a more human side with it. Again, some of the narrative choices were dumb, but I like the show much more than you liked it. Still don't love it or anything like that, but yeah, I think it needs to be. I'm 100% okay with him being behind Clint. Although I think Wanda should definitely be in front of him. But I don't know why Wanda's so low. That's weird, right?
I mean, I don't know, from the new movie. Kind of want her to be at the bottom now.
Well, okay, this is still top 25. It was not even the bottom. So
I know.
but
That's true.
number
You're right.
18, Nebula. I think that's way too high.
Yeah, I think so too.
Number 17, Jessica Jones. I didn't know we were putting her in this situation, but okay. She's a good character. She also has a
Yeah.
lot more screen time. Number 16, Gamora. Way too low. Number 15, Phil Coulson. I mean,
I think he's a good character, and I like him in the continuation with him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think he's really good. I mean, the later starts to get pretty bad, but
you think Phil
I think he's a
Coulson?
really good character. What?
You think Phil Coulson's a better character than Gamora?
No, but I do think he's better than Sam.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I think
Winter Soldier should be above him and all that too. What?
Yeah, Winter Soldier should be
Ugh.
much higher. I think Winter Soldier
Yeah.
and Wanda are getting snubbed in this thing. I think Phil Coulson is
Oh,
below.
it gets worse too
Oh.
the more you go up.
Great.
Oh, boy.
I didn't look at this. I didn't look at anything other than like the first two because the moment I saw the first two, I was like, oh, okay. Number 14, Nick Fury. I'm cool with
Deserves
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Nick Fury. He deserves to be somewhere in here. Number 13, Doctor Stephen Strange. Number 12. Okay, what the fuck?
What? That's what I'm saying. What? You're telling me the side character in Doctor Strange is better than the main character from the Doctor Strange stuff?
I read
How's
it.
Wong better than Doctor Strange?
Okay, number 12, Wong apparently is a better character than Doctor Strange or Wanda Maximoff. Wong's a good character. Don't get me
Wong's
wrong.
better than what? Winter Soldier and all that? How?
Winter Soldier, Gamora. I mean Jessica Jones. Yeah, he's probably better than Jessica Jones.
Oh, it gets worse.
I don't want to. Oh yeah, Rocket. Rocket's number 21.
Yeah.
I want to remember. Remind everybody of that. Okay, let's keep going. I like how I read it. Was like, wait, what the fuck? Number 11, Peter Quill as Star-Lord. Number 10, Matt Murdock as Daredevil. Number 9, Peggy Carter at number 9.
I know.
Is apparently a better
Peggy Carter.
character than Peter Quill.
Than all of them. Yeah, better than Peter Quill. Better than, I mean, if we're counting the Netflix people, Matt Murdock, Daredevil,
Gamora.
not anymore now. Gamora, Nick Fury.
Better than Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, she's just such a good character.
Let's keep it going. Number 8, Scott Lang, good character, too high. Number 7, Bruce Banner. Number 6, King T'Challa, perfect. Number 5, Natasha Romanoff. Number 4, Peter Parker. Number 3, Thor. Number 2, Tony Stark. And number 1, Steve Rogers. I don't have a problem with the rest of that list at all. So, I mean, I may place them differently, but like those are all the originals. They deserve to be at the top
Well,
of the
those
list.
aren't
So.
that bad, but it's the rest of the list where it's just so
Yeah,
bad.
pretty much 7 through 6. Sorry, 7 through 1. I'm fine with. I would rearrange them in different orders, but they all deserve to be up there. The OGs, and I think King T'Challa is a fantastic character. I love Black Panther's character, but yeah, no, the rest of this list is a hot, steamy pile of garbage, dude. Jesus,
I can't believe Peggy Carter made it that high.
Peggy Carter, number 9, top 10 character in the MCU.
Yeah, supposing Peggy Carter is top 10. Oh, that yes. As soon as like I ruined that for myself. Like I really scrolled up, and that like when you're at the beginning still, I seen that, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, see,
That's,
I don't want to ruin any of this. So Matt Murdock, top 10, that's fine. Peter Quill,
he's great.
yes. Again, Wong's great character should be in the lower portion of this list.
He should be below top 25. I feel like, or
Maybe
towards the end of 25. He should not be above Doctor Strange for the first thing.
we should do our own list of top 25
should,
MCU characters here.
I'll be done.
I mean, I put Wanda Maximoff. Great. I may not like personally her arc right now. You know, her arc through the shows and the movies and all that. But as a character, she's a really great character. Like, I may not love the direction that she's going right now, even though I just still think we don't truly know. I think it's really interesting what's happening. But as a character, I think she's fantastic. I think she's great. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she's still like I don't know. I liked WandaVision a lot, and then where she is now, not so much.
But again,
It was like a.
is it her as a character, or is it the story that in the story path that they put it? Really? I think her characterization.
It's like it's still her character though. Like that's her character making that decision to do what she did. So that as a character, like not I know like that that's how she's written, but that's her character though. That's who the character has continued to be, and I think it's just like I think she was going up, and then she just did like a a zoomed all the way back down to not much of a likable character for me.
I still like her. I'm still super interested in what they do with her.
But again, we'll see. Maybe she'll make a comeback. I don't know.
So anything else you want to talk about, man?
No, not really.
I was reading what I sent on Discord, and I realized my English was off. I was typing it quickly. So, that brings us to the end of our news segment. If you have anything that you want to say or respond to, or if we missed anything, please let us know in the comments down below or on our Patreon page. You can email us. You can, email. You can write us directly, ask us questions, and respond. We will be happy to engage with you. Moving on now to the review roundup for this week. On May 10th, Euden Chronicles Rising came out on Xbox Series X and X and PC, scored a 72. Salt and Sacrifice came out on PS5, PS4, PC, and got a 79. We Were Here Forever came out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and got a 73. Prinny Presents NIS Classics Volume 2 came out on Switch. That sounds like a Switch game. Switch and PC, got a 79. On May 12th, 7 Pirates H came out on Switch and got a 60. Then Centennial Case, a Shijima story, came out on PS5, PS4, Switch, PC, and got a 75. And then on May 13th, Evil Dead the game came out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, and a Switch and PC. And while it does not have an official score on the aggregate sites, it does have a couple scores that places have given it, which I will read to you when I pull it up. Stalling for time. Here we go. It has gotten a 7 out of 10 from Stevie Orr, a 8 out of 10 by But Why Thou, a 9 out of 10 from Try Hard Guides, a 7 out of 10 from Flickering Myth, and then a paltry 2 out of 5 from the Outer Haven Productions. By the way, I don't know what any of those places are, so I know what Stevia is, and actually, there's something I want to talk to you about Stevia with on one of the shows. But anyway, so yeah, what do you think? I saw you started looking at Salt and Sacrifice. So what do you think?
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that game's been on the Switch for a while. I think
No,
it looks cool.
Salt and
Pretty sure.
Sanctuary is. Yeah, I'm almost 100% positive. It just came out. Yeah.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. But yeah, I'm still waiting for that Evil Dead to finally get in so I
Yeah,
can
I'll see.
actually
Hey,
get a score.
at least it seems to be getting decent reviews, other than that one place that
Yeah,
uh,
that one place really did not like it.
2 out of 5. That's a 4 out of 10, sir.
Yeah, it's below average.
Dude, I keep yawning. I don't know why. So, but it's not even that late,
I
you know.
feel that though.
Do you?
I do. But yeah.
All right, out this week. It's not a big week, but here we go. On May 17th, Umurangi Generations comes out on Xbox Series X and S. Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song comes out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Cotton Fantasy comes out on Switch. And Dolmen comes out on Xbox Series X and S, PS5, PS4, and PC. And there you go. That's your week in games. I know a lot of people are very excited about Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. It's apparently the new story-driven, a story DLC to
Yeah,
Vampire the Masquerade, but I don't give a shit.
it's been forever since the first one came out. I hope it is good for people. Because like I feel like this is one of those games that people have been waiting for a long time. And it's been delayed a lot. Like a lot.
Well, no, so Swan Song is just a DLC. Like Vampire the Masquerade's been out for a while.
Oh.
Yeah, Swan Song is just the new DLC.
Oh, I thought this was a sequel. Oh.
No, that's Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. That game actually came out last year.
Oh.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
When did Vampire the Masquerade come out? Dang.
Oh, the original came out
Um,
like 1998 or something like that. Came out a long time, maybe early 2000s. The original Vampire
wait,
the
how's this a
Masquerade.
DLC then?
Because the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines was a remake, brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
I could be
It
wrong
looks
on all that.
interesting.
I want to say it could be. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows? People like these
There's
games.
that new Battle Royale Vampire Masquerade thing that came out, so
Yeah, that was something. I don't know. The game actually looks kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll play it. Check out Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 at E3. Yeah, it looks good. I'm looking at a screenshot of a very attractive female character. On the topic of attractive female characters in video games, that Pan Am sex scene was kind of disappointing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I thought, dude, it was gonna be. It was weird. It's like I'll tell you what though, the sex scene with oh, what's her name? Oh, the character who likes the Johnny, the one who's stuck in, spoiler alert, the one who's stuck in digital space. Alt. That sex scene.
Yeah.
That sex scene was fire, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, way better. Anyway, let's get off sex scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our show. If you don't have anything else to say, Logan.
Nope.
Everyone who has either been watching or listening, we just wanted to take this time and thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Without your support, we could not do what we're trying to do here at The Experience Point. However, please help us continue to grow by telling everybody how either awesome, bad, or whatever we are. Anyway, please tell them to listen to us so they can have their own opinion about how we are. Logan, any last words?
As always, thank you for listening. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully, more positive game news is coming ahead of us. We got exciting, I think, month ahead of us, hopefully. Yeah.
In a month.
As always, in a month. Yeah, and as always, thanks for supporting us in any way. If you would like to support us with money, we do have the link down below for our Patreon. If you do not want to support us that way, which is totally fine, we appreciate you coming by, listening to us talk and ramble about video games and movies. So as always, have a good one.
Thanks again. Oh, sorry. Once again, thanks everyone for listening and following along with us. I hope everyone's having a great week and has a great week. And we'll talk to you all in the next one. See you guys.
See ya.